What is up, everybody? Welcome back. It's the Fantasy Endgame live with you on the first day of November. Happy post-Halloween hangover for everyone who celebrated last night. But hey, it's the weekend, which is fortunate. I'm going to just keep saying it. Let's start the petition. Every year,
Yeah.
Halloween should be on a Friday, not any
do it.
other. Right? You're with me.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Make it happen.
Last Friday of October.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I like that idea.
So, regardless of what you did last night, we're here now. Again, November's already here. Week 9 already here. We had some action on Thursday, if you want to call it that. This game went exactly as you thought it would, Chris, and it didn't involve the Dolphins winning or scoring. Well, not much.
Yeah, not much scoring. It pretty much went the way I expected, except that I think the only thing I did not expect was for Greg Dulcich to be the number 2 receiver. I texted you my underdog slip that I had for the game. I had Waddle and Malik Washington higher on the receptions, and I had Derrick Henry higher on his rushes. And the only one that didn't hit was Malik Washington because apparently Greg Dulcich is a thing in Miami now. Is he a thing now?
It looks like he's a thing, at least until or if Darren Waller comes back. I mean, they need someone to throw to. I didn't want to get on the Greg Dulcich train again. I've been there a couple years ago when he was a rookie. You remember I was high on Greg Dulcich, and he disappointed me. Didn't think he would just resurface here. I think I mentioned Julian Hill, thinking he might be the tight end there. All right, whatever. You don't have to run out and pick up Greg Dulcich necessarily. You could do better than that. But anyways, that game was over. It's over. And now we got more action coming tomorrow. Look, I say this all the time, and it continues to be right in so many disappointing ways. Everything changes throughout the week because no matter what we say on Monday, right after the week, and Tuesday, and even on the videos that we do, it will change by the weekend. And so here we go. Which, by the way, we have to decide now. Chris and I had this conversation between us. You talk about the Madden curse. You talk about the like there's like an SI cover curse. Is there now a boom curse that when we talk about players on our boom videos, somehow in the middle of the week, they randomly get injured when they were not injured at all the week before? And I'm talking first and foremost about Travis Hunter, who everybody's all over. And look, we were saying all week, pick up Travis Hunter if he's available, buy low on Travis Hunter, start Travis Hunter. And so, of course, on, Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A non-contact injury in practice after the bye week in the middle of his rookie season. Is Travis Hunter done for the year?
Well, we don't know officially yet. I mean, but anytime you hear non-contact knee injury, your first thought is the A word. So definitely worried here. Liam Cohen did not sound, what's the word? Optimistic. Yeah, so I wouldn't drop Travis Hunter yet because, again, remember IR. Like, what if he does come back in 4 weeks? So he's out, weeks 9 through 13? You get him back week 14 in the playoffs? I wouldn't drop him just yet, but, of course, if we hear something that it is the dreaded A word, then, yeah, you're going to have to drop Travis Hunter. This is just brutal. Just brutal. Coming off his best game, trending up. Non-contact in practice, but this is why I always say, like, more than anything, fantasy football is just a game of attrition, and more often than not, the teams that win the fantasy championships just dodge the big injuries. They just dodge the big injuries and the big busts. That's it.
It's like survive in advance. That's what it is. Just survive each week throughout the playoffs. And again, we've seen so many times as teams that roll through the playoffs make the smart waiver wire moves in like week 14 and 15. Doesn't almost matter how you draft it. So Travis Hunter is not playing. I do think, though, again, going back to the start sit and talking about this matchup, we kind of liked BTJ anyways in this matchup. And now, I mean, with Hunter out, how good do you feel about Brian Thomas Jr.? I know you were not going to say like you absolutely have to start him, but you got to feel really good.
I feel good. I have him right there with guys like Rome Odunze, Devontae Adams, ahead of guys like Nico Collins, Drake London. Like I think I'd rather just have BTJ this week, honestly, with no Travis Hunter there. Like, I mean, I know, look, he's disappointed with Travis Hunter playing primarily defense in games before, but coming out of the bye, it's a good match. It was a good matchup for BTJ here. I think you got to feel good.
Yeah, it is a good matchup. Anyways, now Hunter out. Also, Parker Washington, not the worst. They need somebody to throw to besides BTJ. And remember, Brendan Strange, tight end, is injured as well. So Parker Washington is a decent flex. So just throw that out there. Don't worry, there's plenty more injuries to talk about. So let's go through the injury report this week because, again, this all changes, a lot of changes throughout the week. So let's talk about your Saturday injury update. Travis Hunter, sadly, is done. Ricky Pearsall, no surprise. He is out once again. Will he ever play again? I don't even know if I have an answer to that question. Brock Purdy also apparently not playing because Mac Jones is the starter once again. So there's San Francisco update. Terry McLaurin is out. I told you, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen right when we started. All
right, I'll go down the injury report. Terry McLaurin out, re-injured that quad, unfortunately, that he just came back from. So that's very frustrating if you've got Terry McLaurin. I think the other big one that I'm surprised we haven't talked about yet, like talk about Ricky Pearsall. I mean, does anybody even care about Ricky Pearsall anymore? I think a lot of people care about this one, though. DeAndre Swift, that groin injury that he's played through the last 2 weeks, apparently this week he cannot play through it. He's going to be out. Rashawn Johnson also is out. This guy, I have moved Kyle Monangai up. Kyle Monangai, pardon me. He is now ahead of Kimani Vidal for me. He is only behind like the must starts, Javonte Williams and Chase Brown for me in terms of running backs this week. Like, how do you not start Kyle Monangai getting all the touches against the Bengals?
Words we didn't think we necessarily hear this year. This makes my underdog best ball shares of Kyle Monangai feel pretty happy. Look, there's part 2 of the curse. DeAndre Swift. I'm not trying to make it a thing, but it appears to be a thing. We had DeAndre Swift as a boom, right? It should be a smash spot. And then here we go. He's out. How was he out this week when he wasn't out last week? Like, I don't get it. Anyways, yeah, I look. If you have Kyle Monangai, it was a smart stash, and this is why you stash backup running backs, because things like this happen all the time.
I was going through all my draft lane leagues to like real quick after the Swift news to see if I could pick up Monangai anywhere. And I'm like, man, he's not on any waiver wires. And I realized I had him on like half my teams already. I was like, yes, let's go.
Well, and it wasn't this week. I think last week you picked him up a lot. So
I did. I picked him up a lot 2 weeks ago. Just started to I stashed him everywhere I could. But look, I'm starting him over guys like Rico Dowdle, Kareem Hunt, Bam Knight. Give me how like look, okay, he could fail, but who's taking touches from him? Johnson out, Rashawn Johnson out too. Yeah.
No, you have to find out. Again, it's the Bengals. Like, it's the best matchup possible.
Got to find out.
So yeah, Bears all sorts of banged up against Swift and Johnson out. Luther Burden, concussion, still out. Romo Dunze and DJ Moore are in though. Good news. All right. And you mentioned Terry, I think. We knew this earlier in the week. Terry McLaurin is out.
Yeah.
The other big one is Ramondre Stevenson. Now,
yes.
Here we go. I feel like we'll get some variation of this question a lot over the next couple hours and tomorrow. You got Travion Henderson, right? One of the earliest draft picks among running backs, and I can't say a run-heavy offense anymore because they haven't been that yet, but still a team that wants to run the ball. And then you have a 7th-round pick, Kyle Monangai. Who are you starting? Who are you trusting more, Henderson or Monangai?
Oh, I'm going Monangai without question here against the Bengals. I still worry about Henderson. Like, I know he should get the touches this week, but it's certainly not nearly as good of a matchup as the Bengals. But I will say I have moved Henderson ahead of guys like Tyrone Tracy, Rico Dowdle, Bam Knight. I have him slightly behind Kareem Hunt just because, again, I feel more secure about Kareem Hunt's role and his touchdown potential in that offense. Like, it would not surprise me if on Sunday night we're like, what happened with TreVeyon Henderson? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, TreVeyon Henderson has the potential to have a great game, but he also has the potential to, like, why did TreVeyon Henderson only get 10 carries in this game? You know what I mean? Like, why did insert practice squad running back get 8 carries? You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Where's Monangai? I don't even, like, Rashawn Johnson's even out. Like, who's left? And Monangai, we already know they have the confidence in him. We had seen him trending upwards even before this injury. So, and it's the Bengals. So between the two, I'm definitely going Monangai. Definitely Monangai.
Matchup always matters. Yeah, and that's the joke. And people who have Henderson or high on Henderson already are saying this. It's like, just be ready for the Terrell Jennings breakout week in New England or whoever that is. Honestly, like,
for real,
not like Ramondre has been so good that he's keeping Henderson off the field. That's not exactly what it has been. So just keep that in mind. And then you mentioned about Kareem Hunt. That's because Isaiah Pacheco, of course, it was week to week after that knee issue from Monday Night Football. He is out this week. And so Brashard Smith is an interesting name. We've seen him do some things. He's definitely going to do some things this week. But again, don't be shocked if Kareem Hunt does more. But keep in mind, Brashard Smith is still a decent choice here. And then Calvin Ridley, still out. Still a Titan for now. And you won't get to be disappointed by Marvin Mims this week because he is out as well. And so the Troy Franklin cheerleaders are all doing victory laps. Now, questionable. These are the ones we don't know. We'll find out hopefully tomorrow before the game starts. Not a big list, thankfully, but Cooper Kupp has, a couple of issues here? Heel and a hamstring.
Yeah, and I did mention him today on the Sneaky Starts video, so hopefully he goes. But, I mean, if he doesn't, are we really that upset? Like, are we really like, yeah, if you need to start Cooper Kupp, you can, but I hope you're not like, your fantasy matchup was not hinging on Cooper Kupp.
No. They don't really have a deep wide receiver group there either. And you got Torrey Horton. Maybe we'll see more 2 tight end sets. Maybe a guy like AJ Barner or Elijah Arroyo become a little more interesting, but hopefully you don't need to care. Speaking of tight ends, your guy, Dalton Schultz, on the questionable list. I think this makes it just a little easier to ignore Dalton Schultz this week. Because also, Nico Collins, am I seeing this right? Nico Collins and Christian Kirk is going to play. He's actually going to play this week.
He's actually going to play, apparently. So there it goes. There goes the Jalen Noel, Jaden Higgins. That was fun. That was fun for a week.
Yeah, Christian Kirk. I mean, we figured Nico might play. Kirk is one you never know. So yeah, Jalen Noel definitely becomes less interesting. And then for the Saints, Alvin Kamara, Rashid Shaheed, both on the questionable list. Just keep that in mind. Good news. These players are playing. We're all thankful. Puka Nacua is going to be back. So we'll see Puka, set and forget. Jaden Daniels is going to play. Figured that might happen. We talked about this early in the week, but Brock Bowers, full practice. All week he's good to go. So Brock Bowers, you're saying, even though I don't know that we put him as a quote-unquote must start in your mind unless you happen to have I don't know. Let's see. Trey McBride. He's pretty much a must start. Maybe Tyler Warren.
Yeah, Trey McBride, Tyler Warren. I know some people are going to say Tucker Kraft, and there's nothing wrong with Tucker Kraft. But I do want to caution people that this is a very zone-heavy matchup, and Tucker Kraft has not done well against zone defenses this year, so you might be a little disappointed by Tucker Kraft this week. But, I mean, you're still starting him, of course. But I think that might be it. Like, I don't think I'm starting Kittle over him. I don't think I'm ready to start Gadsden or Ferguson over him.
Yeah, I think those would be the, Kittle, obviously. And then Ferguson has been so good, but Ferguson has also taken a little step back, with CeeDee Lamb there. So yeah, I can see that. They need Brock Bowers. Right? They need all the help they can get. And then let's see. Well, the Falcons, maybe they'll have some hope this week. Drake London is playing, and Michael Penix Jr. is playing. So there goes the Kirk Cousins return. No comeback player of the year for him. No. But a guy who deserves it pretty much every year, I think, is Joe Flacco. Just give it to Joe Flacco this year.
You can't really be the comeback player of the year when you play every year.
He'll find a way. He deserves it anyways. Best quarterback over the age of 40. He definitely gets that award.
That's true. That might be true.
Well, he's playing. There's some concern about him being questionable throughout the week. Sounds like he's good to go. So this does make me feel better. I guess that, well, I can't even say that. You know what? I got to reverse what I was going to do. I was going to put T. Higgins on the boom, and then we took him off because Joe Flacco, and now Flacco's back. So let's just replace Travis Hunter with T. Higgins like I was going to do in the first place. There you go.
There you go.
All right. We got a lot of other quarterbacks who are back this week. Bryce Young is here. JJ McCarthy, we're going to see for the first time since week 2. Tyler Shuck, we're going to see his first full game action. That's exciting. And especially if Kamara and Rashid Shaheed don't play. And then let's save this one for last. This one is very interesting. So Kyler Murray, right? You figure after the bye week, in a couple weeks, he'll be back. Well, he's sort of back, but sort of not. So what exactly is going on here? Jacoby Brissett is going to start, even though Kyler Murray is going to play.
Yeah, so Jacoby Brissett's been named the starter, but Kyler Murray will be the number 2 quarterback, and they're saying he could have a role, but they're also saying it's health related that he's not starting. But it's like, why is he playing if it's not health related? I don't know here. Probably just want to avoid both these guys, right? Even though it is a good matchup against the Cowboys, unfortunately.
That's what makes it so aggravating. It should be great. And so, again, I have to go back to the curse. It's Halloween week. You picked Marvin Harrison, right? You should have a great game against the Cowboys, but now you don't even know who his quarterback's going to be at any given quarter. Are you still feeling really good about Marvin Harrison just because it shouldn't matter?
Yeah, I don't even know if it matters. Like, nothing about me liking Marvin Harrison had to do with the quarterbacks.
All right.
It's the Cowboys.
It is the Cowboys. I think even if they brought in like John Wolford or, Teddy Bridgewater.
Well, let's not get crazy here. But look, Jacoby Brissett has thrown for 320 and 279 yards with 4 touchdowns and 1 interception in his 2 starts so far. I think he can get it done for Marv against the Cowboys.
He should be able to. So, by the way, I just randomly mentioned John Wolford. I swear I saw that he went to the Vikings. It was the Vikings because Wentz out, they needed a quarterback, so they brought in Wolford. I'm like,
Vikings desperate. Apparently, I don't know. We don't know if this is true, but they've contacted the Giants about Russ and Jameis. Oh man, come on, get us Jameis. Get us Jameis.
Please let that happen. Thank you.
Get us Jameis, please. Get us Jameis to the Vikings. Could you imagine Justin Jefferson would break fantasy football with Jameis?
Jordan Addison too would be like a must start. Well, let's see. We have a couple of days left until the trade deadline, so let's see if anything goes down. Nothing big has happened, but there's also big happenings. Always something as far as injuries, and if anything big does go down over the next couple of hours while we're on, we'll talk about it. But we do want to get to your questions, obviously. I should mention though, there's also always big happenings on Underdog, because you get a free pick. And look, the last one on Thursday night, it hit. Devon Achane did get more than 0 yards. And so this one I feel pretty good about. Is that Keenan Allen or Josh Allen? It's Josh Allen.
That is Josh Allen on Sunday Night Football.
Wow, so Josh Allen, you're telling me if Josh Allen just gets 1 yard, I win this pick. All right.
That's right.
Well, not me, though, because I've already been on Underdog for years. Not you either. You can't take this. But guess what? If you haven't tried Underdog and you're a new customer and you try Underdog for the first time, you get this pick. It is a gimme, right? If Josh Allen just gets 1 yard, then you win. And also, besides the special pick, you get up to $1,000 of bonus cash in your account when you make your first deposit, because if you use code ENDGAME, they will give you that, right? Deposit match of 50%, and then the free pick. And then also, as soon as you take any pick, the free one, I suggest take the free one, plus any other pick, you play $5 towards any pick, then you get another $100 in bonus funds added to your account. So try Underdog now if you haven't, and use code ENDGAME to take advantage of all that. And then also take advantage of this if you are on either Apple or Android. I'm guessing you're on one of those, unless there's some other phone company I don't know about. If you go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and you download Draft Lane, all you have to do is sign up and use promo code ENDGAME right here, and you will get 10 free points. And you can use those points to ask your questions. And we get questions all the time. So you can ask your questions just like you would here on the live stream. We'll show you what it looks like real quick for anyone who hasn't tried this, hasn't seen it. So we get start sit questions. If you're on Yahoo or Sleeper, it syncs, and so we can see your roster. So let's try one of those.
Let's do it.
I feel like we should help this. I don't know why. I feel like this user needs help. It says, I know nothing.
Okay.
Who should I start and sit this week? Got Mahomes, CMC, and JT. Well, you know something.
I mean, he obviously knows something. He has CMC and JT. This team's got to be undefeated, right? What the heck? How do you?
Well, check out the wide receiver group. Juwan Jennings is the one. Xavier Worthy, Io Manor, and Cooper Kupp.
You could get a 0. Is this PPR or standard?
It's PPR.
You could get zeros from your wide receivers with CMC, JT, and Mahomes. You still win.
Maybe. Okay, so we got Monangai in the flex. That's nice. Bam's fine. Oh, by the way, I don't remember to mention Woody Marks is not questionable anymore. He's healthy, but I don't think you need to start him. I mean, is there anything I want to start a different receiver, but I don't see a different receiver to start.
Nah, I mean, I like Cooper Kupp if you need him, but I'm not starting him over Jennings and Worthy. Nah.
I would like Daniel Jones this week, but you can't put him over Mahomes, right?
No way.
Well, I don't see anything to change here and start sit. I mean, I really don't want to start Jennings, but I definitely don't want to start Io Manor or Kupp over him. So
exactly.
And this looks like a fairly deep team, right? So maybe there's just nobody good on waiver wire. Let me just throw this out there. Probably not. I mean, Worthy and Jennings are fine, right? But like a guy like Parker Washington, or somebody else who might be just freely available on waivers, because of some of these injuries. Anybody you can think of that you're like, yeah, just pick this guy up and play him
to start. Not to start over Jennings or Worthy, I don't think.
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Anybody great. All right, so here's what we'll do. We're going to tell.
We'll be fine. CMC and JT are going to combine for 100 points this week. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, we might not need receivers. I'm just going to throw it out there. Would love better wide receiver depth, but not sure who's on your waiver wire. Keep it as is. CMC and JT alone should help you win. Okay. There we go. And oh, by the way, I guess we'll do this. Look, got a Dodgers fan in here. We'll save that for later. Dodgers game 7. Right. Game 7 tonight. Are you ready for
that? Sure. Although I will say, you know what? Like, I'll say this, like, I didn't watch the game last night because it's Halloween. I got my stuff going on trick-or-treating. I'm not trick-or-treating, but I got like my stuff all set up. I'm passing out candy. I did see the replay of that double play. I've not heard anybody talking about that Rojas guy. Rojas?
Miguel Rojas?
Yeah, whoever the guy was covering the bag. Oh. He caught it like behind his back between his legs. Like, I haven't heard anybody talk about how amazing his catch was. Like, dude, that guy's like, that was an incredible, like, off the hop, like, incredible.
Oh no, that was a hard play to make. That That's why he's in there. And look, a lot of people, and I get into this, but with, fantasy baseball crowd, they're like, well, why you got this guy in there? He's hitting 230. Because defense actually matters. Defense, like, you have to be able to field, and he is not in there for his bat. He's there for his defense. I remember Miguel Rojas was a longtime Marlin, and shortstop. He can also play now outfield, second base. Defense sort of matters, and that's exactly why. So, anyways, whatever you do tonight, hey, I mean, there's gonna be college football on, but you got one more day till NFL. Let's set those lineups. And by the way, thank you, Molly Wop, again, who apparently looks like she changed the avatar there. Hit the like and don't forget to subscribe. We'll keep saying it because it continues to be true until it's not true. Is we're almost to 100,000 subscribers. We're getting there. We want you to help us out and be part of it. All right, so Juicy Boosie, happy belated Halloween. Said no to trading away Keenan for Warren. Also got offered Henry for Kittle.
Like somebody's going to give you Derrick Henry to get George Kittle? That I'm easily taking. Give me Derrick Henry. You got Goddard as your backup tight end. He's fine. Yeah. Give me Derrick Henry.
I'm trying to make sure you're saying you have Goddard. That's your back. You're the one who's getting Henry. Do it. Definitely do it. Cody Wayner. All right. Jennings or Wandale?
I have Wandale higher. I like Wandale this week. Good match. I keep talking about that 49ers defense getting decimated by pass catchers out of the slot with no Fred Warner. Give me Wandale this week in a game where the Giants probably aren't going to really be able to run the ball very well.
True. And I always say reluctantly Jennings. Partly it's just a trust issue, all right, partly. But again, it's still Mac Jones. Like, what has he done at all this season since that one game? Like, nah, give me Wandale. All right, Cody, now switching it up. Only 2 lineups, not 3. So here we go. This lineup on the bench is just Tracy or Monangai. Yeah, I don't know. Monangai
I would play him. I would move Pittman or Adams over Sutton, and I would play Monangai.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say maybe Sutton. Okay, so let's do that. Pittman and wide receivers. Sutton hits the bench. Flex Monangai. And then here we got really good players. This one, he already has Monangai. Okay, there's TreVeyon Henderson. I don't see where you could put him.
Yeah, but nah, I'm not starting TreVeyon over Vidal or Monangai. They're in too good of spots this week. Not starting Jacoby. This lineup's good.
Yeah. All right, Cody, you got it. Here's Jay. So with no Swift, unfortunately, it doesn't look like he has Monangai. It's either Bill or Walker. I don't think any of those guys.
No, just go. Who do I have higher? I think I just go Walker. It's just been so bad for Bill. Now the Seahawks got to face the Seahawks. Nah.
Yeah, exactly. Tough matchup for Bill. Let's just go Walker here. In Lucero's got a couple. Well, actually, he says add Knight to the last question. So,
okay.
Bam Knight, Rico Dowdle, Kyle Monangai, TreVeyon Henderson, or Tyrone Tracy. Pick 2.
I'm going to go Monangai for sure. And then I actually have talked about this a lot on the Thursday stream. I feel like I have Tracy slightly ahead of Dowdle. It's close, both in tough spots, but I like Tracy's pass catching a little bit more here. I think maybe he can get involved as a receiver. So I'm going to go. I mean, I honestly have Henderson, Dowdle, and Tracy all like. Actually, you know what? I take it back. I've actually moved Henderson ahead of Tracy now that I look.
Well, that's the big question here. Like, generally speaking, you probably would prefer Rico in terms of how he's performed this year, but he gets the worst matchup. That's the unfortunate thing here. Henderson is the wild card. We really don't nobody knows what to expect here. Is he going to thrive? Is he even going to have the chance is really the question, right? How many carries is he legitimately getting this week? I don't know. I don't know. I know Tracy will get a good amount of carries, but I also know that Singletary is going to be there just enough to annoy us. Like Chuba Hubbard is still there too. Bam is the one who has the least competition and the best matchup, honestly. But he also is the least, I hate to say, least talented of these backs.
Yeah, I have him ranked Monangai Henderson, so that's what I'm gonna say.
I think it's worth finding out what Henderson does. I will just say, Lucero, by the way, great job. If you have these running backs, like you're collecting all the valuable waiver wire running backs, you're doing some strong work. This is how you win in fantasy. You're like, Tyron Tracy's not going to help me win my championship. He's going to help you win your championship more than a lot of other guys that were drafted. So, also Borner Pierce, Alec Pierce.
I'm just going to go Alec Pierce here. I can't. I mean, Kendrick Bourne, what's he done like the last couple games here? Nothing. Jennings back, Kittle back. They might run it. This might be another game where they run it 40 times against the Giants. Give me Pierce. Take a chance on Pierce.
Yep. JCR Melts, what is up? Okay, so no Hurts. That hurts. T-Law, Mac Jones, or the Cardinal combo? Probably not.
Nah, I'd probably just go T-Law here.
Yeah. Flex Jennings or Bam?
Oh, I have Bam slightly over Jennings. I know there's some people worried because, like Michael Carter, who they re-signed to the practice squad, as I said they probably would, was getting like first team reps. But Jonathan Gannon said today, Bam Knight will be the first one that goes out at running back, but whoever is running well will get a little more touches. I still think Bam Knight is the guy you want here against the Cowboys. I've got him a little bit ahead of Jennings. I'm going to go Bam Knight here. I only have him like a couple spots ahead of Jennings. This is close.
Yeah, he does get that Cowboys defense. I can find an excuse not to start Jennings. Elijah Ledesma needs a wide receiver too. Worthy or Booty?
Boy. You guys got the tough. I literally have these guys back to back. I don't know. I did see something where Booty is in a potential boom spot based on coverage shells. So maybe I just take a chance on Booty because, I mean, again, I have these guys back to back. So sure, go Booty for the upside. Because what's the upside with Worthy these days?
Well, I'd like to say the upside is this could be a shootout, right? The Chiefs Bills back and forth. And, he always has that big play potential on him, but we've seen Booty has that big play potential as well. I'm fine with either one. Let's go Booty then. Maybe Ramondre being out means they have to rely on the pass a little bit more. And then for flex, I got either Chase Brown or Rico Dowdle.
I've got Chase Brown higher. This is a great matchup for Chase Brown this week against that Bears defense. Chase Brown.
Yeah, Chase Brown, definitely based on matchup. All right. This is interesting. Rusty, does it matter here which stud receiver? CD for JSN?
I mean, I think at this point we got to prefer JSN, but I mean, really, this might be a wash by the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the purpose of this is, but I guess which team do you like better? Humberto. So yeah, not crying over Travis Hunter anymore. See, sometimes things just work out. Need to flex Walker or Brashard Smith or Parker Washington. We'll say. Well,
I actually, you know what? Is it if it's PPR, I might just take a chance on Parker Washington. Who's Thomas?
I was gonna say it's a good matchup. This is why we like Travis Hunter so much. It's the Raiders, but I do feel, didn't you say the Raiders, they're definitely worse against outside receivers than slot receivers?
Who's Thomas? Thomas?
And maybe Thomas too. Thomas.
Oh, he's saying maybe Brian Thomas Jr. out too. I don't think Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be out.
And maybe Thomas. Oh, Brian. No, he's not out. He's not hurt.
I don't know. Walker, probably your safest bet here. I have bumped Parker Washington up ahead of these guys, though, just because I feel like, he'll probably catch 4 or 5 passes at least. So I can't say I love any of these guys. I mean, Brashard Smith is interesting with Pacheco out, but again, very risky here. I might just go Parker Washington.
I'll say this with Brashard Smith is yes, it just is logical. He will get more touches with Pacheco out. Maybe he gets a couple more, but this is a big game for the Chiefs, right? They're playing the Bills. They want to win for sure. They're going to have to do everything they can. Are they going to trust a guy like Brashard Smith with more touches, or are they just going to fall back to Kareem Hunt? I feel like this is one of those games where maybe you don't see the bump for Brashard Smith, and maybe in a different game, like where he has gotten most of his touches. It was against the Raiders, right? That was like a blowout win. And then, last week, of course, was also a blowout win. I'm a little skeptical on Brashard Smith. Let's just put it that way. So, yeah, I'm fine with Parker Washington. AV for 3. What's up? Pick 2 running backs here in half. Chase Brown, Tyron Tracy, Trayvon Henderson, JCM.
I've got Chase Brown clearly number 1 here. And I've got Travion number 2. And then you definitely are starting Jaden Daniels over Kyler Murray.
Yeah. I mean, that was the answer anyways. Now that we know that Kyler Murray is not starting, he's unstartable. Cody Wayner, 2 running backs in the flex. Monangai, Bam, JK, Carter, Jennings, Rwanda.
You got to go Monangai. And I still have Bam ahead of Dobbins, although Dobbins probably safer here. And it's not like I have him
neck and
4 spots ahead of Dobbins. It's just because of the matchup. Dobbins has such a tough matchup. Bam has such a good matchup. But Dobbins certainly safer here. So I don't know. Maybe you should just go Dobbins.
Yeah, I would just go Dobbins. It is a great spot, obviously, for the Cardinals in general, but it's just seems to be a lot of dysfunction there. I don't trust Bam's workload. You know what Dobbins is going to do.
And then Wandale at wide receiver.
And Wandale, assuming this is PPR.
Yeah.
Derek Gonzalez, Dak or Dart?
I gotta go Dak at home.
Yeah.
Against the Cardinals, gotta go Dak.
Yeah, he'll be fine. This is a good bounce back spot for the Cowboys offense in general.
Yep.
And then let's see, tight end in a flex for Gadsden, Dowdle, Jennings, Johnston.
I'm going to go Gadsden at tight end. And I think I'm going to go Dowdle at flex.
There we go. And then we got Alex Sanchez. 2-2-1. Genty, Knight, Henderson, Rico, Chase, Odunze, Nico, T-Mac, Shakir. Need to win. I don't think you need to win badly if you're 500, but we always want to win.
Exactly. 2 running backs are going to be Genty and Travion Henderson for me. Wide receivers are going to be Chase and Odunze. I still got to flex Nico here, especially with Surtain out. Good luck this week, Alex.
Yeah, get that win. John, 2-2-1 also. Already got Henry. Yes. Monty, Javonte, Woody, Marks. I got to go Javonte.
So we need one more running back, I assume. That's going to be Javonte.
Yeah. Javonte, and then you already got Puka locked in. So the next receiver is either DJ Moore, Ladd McConkey, Stephon Diggs. Probably not Noel.
Well, not Noel now, or Noel, however you pronounce it. I still have Ladd ahead of Diggs this week. I'm going to go Ladd here.
Yeah. And then we need a flex. We flex Diggs or Monty, maybe.
I'll go Diggs in full PPR.
And Hunter Henry or Juwan Johnson.
I don't know. With Tyler Shuck starting, I'll just take a chance on Hunter Henry. Take a chance at Hunter Henry.
All right. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Dennis. Pick one. Tyrone Tracy, Kyle Monangai, or Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, it doesn't say this is PPR.
If it's PPR, I don't think I can put Monangai over Harrison.
Yeah.
If it's non-PPR, yes, I will put Monangai over Harrison. But in PPR, no, I'm going to go Harrison.
Yeah, the quarterback situation in Arizona is pretty weird, but it's the Cowboys. You almost have to start Harrison, even if it is John Walford or Jamarcus Russell.
If it's John Walford, please don't start Marvin Harrison Jr.
All right. Legend. 1 running back, 2 receivers, a tight end, and 2 flexes. Jameson Williams, Rice, Olave, Pittman, Kittle, Pitts, CMC, Etienne, Monangai.
It's funny. This list like escalated. Usually it's like, it goes down really quick. This list went from like the bottom to the top real quick. You're definitely starting Rice. I think you're definitely starting Pittman this week. I'm going to go with CMC as your running back. Maybe.
Even over Monangai? All right.
It's tough, but I'll go CMC. But I will flex Monangai over Olave. I will do it. Oh, 2 flexes? You need 2 flexes? Then I'll go Monangai and Olave. So Rice, Pittman, Monangai, Olave at flex, CMC at running back, Kittle over Pitts at tight end.
Let me throw this out there since this is the first. I don't know how many Jameson Williams questions we will have. You probably saw what I saw. Because we actually, it's funny, we had just talked about this, whatever day it was, Wednesday or Thursday, about Jameson Williams basically doing nothing, right? Like he's just running deep and he's a distraction. And so the OC, Morton, he's like, I failed him. It's my fault, blah, blah, blah. We're going to get him more involved. Do you buy any of that?
Oh, I mean, I bought all the offseason hype from the same offensive coordinator who said this is going to be his breakout year. He's going to be such a big part of the offense. And look where that got me. That got me a whole lot of nothing. I mean, maybe, but I'm like, in this case, no. Like, sure, if you need to, take a chance, but you don't need to with this group of guys.
Okay. Now I asked that also because our next super chat, which don't be distracted. I'll get back to the question. You might be distracted. This is so Ask Jay took Oreo challenge in the cookie one.
There's an Oreo challenge? What's the Oreo challenge?
It's pretty simple. It's a stupid thing. You have to try to move unless there's some other challenge I don't know about. You're supposed to move the cookie without using your hands. You have to use your face to anyways. You'll have to see it. It's hard to explain. So any hope for JMO? Well, let's see. Has JMO, Moore, Downs, Jacoby, Golden, Godwin wants to drop some of them. So I guess the question is JMO droppable? But then what about those other receivers?
I mean, what are we really hoping for Jacoby Myers? That he gets traded to the Bills and he's not this year's Amari Cooper?
Basically.
What's the hope for Golden? I don't even know what the hope for. Like, he's a rookie and rookies get better in the second half, even though Christian Watson's back, Jaden Reed's coming back. Like, Godwin, we're just hoping he gets healthy. Like, I think I would drop those guys before I drop JMO. So
yeah. I would look, Gold. I hate it, and we've seen the stats where as far as separation, Golden is one of the better receivers. In terms of target share, he's one of the worst receivers. Like, it doesn't matter how open you are if you never get thrown the ball. You know what I mean? And so that's the problem. In this run-heavy offense, first of all, now they got Watson back, and then they're going to get maybe, who knows, Jaden Reed back. And then tight end gets a lot of targets. I mean, I hate to say it, but I do think Golden is droppable. Like, maybe you wait 3 days before you drop Jacoby, and just to see if he gets traded to a great spot. You waited this long, might as well wait one more week, right?
Exactly.
And then, look, I don't really feel compelled to hold DJ Moore. I'm just going to say it. Just what is the ceiling? So,
well, here's my thing about DJ Moore. I talked about it a couple times this week. DJ Turner. He could do a good job against Romo Dunze. Maybe DJ Moore has one of those out of nowhere games this week.
Would be out of nowhere. Maybe. If you have to start one of these guys, look, I still think I would just say, to answer your question, any over JMO, I think I would still take a chance on JMO over these guys.
Yes.
All right. Now that I've heard positive encouragement from the offensive coordinator, because that's all that matters. Ian Rankin, what do you think of this trade? Kyren, Jennings, and Myers for Henry and Monty.
Yeah, give me Henry and Monty.
Easily.
Give me Henry. Henry by far the best player in this deal. Monty's good enough. Jennings and Myers, like whatever. Give me Henry. Give me the Henry side.
Jason Olvero, howdy. Don't want to risk Flacco, but then you throw out Mac Jones and Jacoby Brissett. Look, Flacco is in. I know this question was from a couple hours ago. Joe Flacco is not on the injury report. I'm risking Flacco.
I'm risking Flacco too. It's not like these guys aren't risky.
Yeah. Flex Gadsden or Wandale?
I gotta go Wandale here. It is a good spot for Gadsden, but it's a really good spot for Wandale. You should get plenty of targets. I'm gonna go Wandale.
Yep. And thank you, by the way. Appreciate you, Jason. Jay with another one. Genty or Hunt? I mean, come on. Look.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Genty here.
Kincaid or Ertz? That's tougher.
I'm gonna go Ertz. What's the latest on Kincaid, by the way?
Well, that's actually a good question because we didn't list him on the injury report. I don't remember seeing him on the injury report.
Is he just good to go this week? Like, no, I mean, that would make sense.
But
yeah, he's not even on the injury report, so I guess he's good.
Yeah, he's off the injury report. All right, so he's not on the injury report, of course, this week. But I'll also say that doesn't mean he's going to get full complement of snaps because they've got Dawson Knox and they've got a pretty good rookie. Honestly, Jackson Haas, if he was in a different offense that utilized the tight end more, he might be having one of those breakout seasons. So you still got to be a little skeptical on Kincaid.
I agree, but I'm going to give you a counter argument to that, and that's the fact that he was on last week's booms, was hurt, was terrible. He's now fully healthy, of course. You know he's gonna go for a good game this week. But I like Ertz too. So
post boom curse.
Yes.
Boom, bump.
It's like the post boom boom.
Yes, that's exactly it. I like it. All right, I see what you did there. Now it's true. It's very true. Okay. Also back to the man who has lost to a cookie. That's Jay. Deep PPR, got CMC, Vidal, Monungai, Rico, Algier. Would you drop Isaiah Davis to snag of defense like the Browns for week 10 or hold on? Because, like, in other words, are you really feeling compelled to stash Isaiah Davis?
I mean, I'm never feeling compelled to stash a defense.
Well, here's what he's saying. He's like, right now his defense is on a bye. He's like, I usually don't care, but my league, it's one of those leagues where people have like 2 and 3 defenses.
Well, here's the thing. Unless you're in a league where defensive scoring is really impactful, like if you think about it, like in your standard, like in your normal, like whatever defense leagues where it's like just your typical scoring where like a sack's worth a point, an interception's worth a point, however it works, a sack's worth 2, an interceptions, I don't know, whatever. The typical scoring where like you lose points, which again, I've always said makes no sense that your defense should be pitching a shutout for like 3.5 quarters and then they give up a meaningless garbage time touchdown and you lose 6 points for your fantasy team. Like, that is dumb. That would be like a running back going for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then at the end of the game, he gets tackled for a 5-yard loss and you lose 8 points. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, you're not completely wrong. Also, I love how it's like points against, but then like the opposing defense will like score a touchdown and yet it goes against your defense because it's the score, right?
I do think that has been corrected in most leagues, thankfully. That used to be the worst. But it doesn't make any sense, right? It's like 30-0, 2.5 minutes to go, and the team gets a garbage time touchdown, and they kick the extra point, and you lose 6 points. 6 points. That's a touchdown. Whoever invented DST scoring, like, clueless. Apologies if you're watching this, but you were clueless when you did it. Anyways, but assuming you're in that type of DST scoring league, right now the number one scoring defense in points per game is the Patriots at 9.5. 9.5. That's not even double-digit points. Like, defense really hardly matters. So if you're just in your typical defense league, you don't need to stash a defense for a guy like to drop Isaiah Davis. Just pick up a defense next week when your defense is on bye. And not only that, you say you have. Oh, I don't know what defense you have, but again, there's no defense that's like dominating this year.
No, it doesn't feel like there is. So, yeah, I guess the short answer is the running back. Even if Brees doesn't get traded, I don't think he's getting traded, right? But we never know. He could get hurt. That's probably a lot more likely. Running backs get hurt. You still would rather have Isaiah Davis than a defense that's, good but not dominant. All right, but we do have to move on to Moises. By the way, guys, just so you know, just for perspective, these questions all came at like 7 and 8 in the morning. What are y'all doing up so early on a Saturday, especially after Halloween? But anyways, so if you did super chat or you remember you left a comment, we're catching up. Just hang with us, right? Let's chill and hang out here on Saturday. Talk football. Morning, Moises, 12-teamer, Stafford over JD.
No, I'm not doing that. I like Stafford this week, but I don't think I can start him over JD.
It's not crazy, but there's no need. There's no need. All right, and then pick a flex. Henderson, Spears, Watson, Rico. Just take a chance on Henderson here.
Yeah, I take a chance. Actually, no, I have Henderson ahead of Rico now, just because not as tough a matchup. And he should be the guy, right? He should.
At least, what would be worse? You start him, you're like, yeah, this is Henderson week, and then he gets you like 5 points. Or you don't start him when he goes off for like 20 points.
Right.
So, all right. And then also in a 10-teamer, Hunt, Tracy, Dobbins, or Walker?
I actually have Hunt the highest here. I like Hunt this week. Good matchup.
All right. Hunt it is. And then Michael Cazares, 1 running back, 2 flexes. Kyron Monangai, Chase Brown, Hunt, London.
Well,
London
I think you still got to go Kyron at running back. But
get flex Monangai.
I think you got to flex Chase Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I do have London slightly ahead of Monangai still, but man, I don't blame you if you want to put Monangai in there. I don't know if I'm ready to put Monangai over guys like London, though.
And Penix is the quarterback, not Cousins. I got to start London. I'm not doing that. That seems a little too far. So I'm definitely flexing London. Chase Brown, Monangai might be the debate here, but I still think with the way the offense is looking with Flacco in there and Chase Brown has been better. You don't need Monangai this week, so let's go Kyron, London, Brown. Jim K, Chase Brown, Tyron Tracy, or Travis Etienne. Only one.
Chase Brown.
And then pick 2 between Sutton, McMillan, Pickens, Ladd.
Pickens and Ladd can be my choice.
All right. Dami, happy Halloween as well. 2 and the flex and a tight end. Got Gibbs and Brown, Monangai and Sharbs. I think JSN probably.
Yes.
McConkey, Diggs, and then Laporte and Ferg.
All right, we're going to go Gibbs, Chase Brown at running back. Going to go JSN, Ladd at wide receiver. And I will flex Monangai here. I have him over Diggs this week. Laporta Ferguson. I think I go Ferguson over Laporta.
Yeah, that one's close. I think Ferguson I mean, it's like the Cardinals defense is like so like middle of the pack and everything, right? It's like not a great matchup, it's not a terrible matchup. Like
Right.
Ferguson still gets enough targets. All right, there you go. And then Pan Dulce needs one running back, two receivers in the flex. Got Hunt, Woody, St. Brown, Rashee Rice, Devontae Adams, Nico Collins. Wow, we're gonna have to sit somebody good.
Hunt at running back for me. You got to start St. Brown. You got to start Rashee Rice. I think you got to flex Adams. I think you got to sit Nico here. Even though Surtain is out, it's still a good defense. It's still the Texans offense. So I'm going to go Hunt at running back with St. Brown, Rice, and Adams.
Yeah, exactly. Edgar Padilla. Standard. QB, two running backs, two receivers in the flex. We got Nix or Caleb.
Caleb.
Yeah, go Caleb. CMC and Kyron. I think those are probably your running backs. Odunze, Adams, London, Diggs.
I have Odunze and Adams up higher. And look, if it's non PPR, like you say, standard, I will put Monangai over London.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where it makes a big difference. Dead Internet Theory. What is up? Got Bowers. Needs a flex. Bam. Etienne, Addison, Monty, Gadsden. Leaning Gadsden. I get it. Yeah, worried about Bam. I understand. I don't feel like obligated to start Bam, but
no, I don't even have Bam ahead of Etienne, so I would go Etienne over Bam, honestly, myself. I mean, I guess you can go Gadsden here. I think if it was my team, I probably do go Etienne. But I don't hate if you want to flex Gadsden here. It's a good spot for Gadsden again, but it's just that he's a tight end. There's always risk that, he does tight end things, which is not much.
Yeah. This one's interesting. Monty is always solid, right? You can put Monty in there and, he'll get you something. I would like to say going forward, Addison's the one with the most upside, but this week, I'm worried. So I'm going to sit Addison this week. Etienne's probably the move here. Zachary Mudd in a 10-teamer. Which three? Troy Franklin, now with Marvin Mims out. Josh Downs. Romeo Dobbs. Trey Tucker. Or Darius Slate. Three of these.
Downs is going to be my number one. Oh, man. 3 of these? You got to start 3 of these? Downs my number 1, Slayton my number 2. I actually have Dobbs as my number 3. It's not a bad spot for Dobbs. I'm going to go Downs, Dobbs, Slayton.
Yeah, good with that. Remember, even though Franklin, Mims is out, but it's the toughest defense there against the Texans. Bad matchup for him. And then Trey Tucker, Bowers is back. Jacoby Myers is, I don't think, on the injury report, so. All right, let's help. Never had it so good. It's the Guillotine League. Love the guillotine questions. Needs 2. Olave, Dalvin, Monangai, DK, Nico, BTJ, Sutton, Henderson, Wandale available. Remember, it's a Guillotine League, so a lot of good players available.
Well, I mean, if BTJ is available, I would play BTJ over Nico or Olave, honestly. I would play Wandale. And I don't have Wandale ahead of Nico. I think the change I would make is I would pick up BTJ if you can and start him over Olave. And look, if it's a guillotine league, I guess you can drop Olave, right? Because it only matters. You got to win this week, right? You can't worry about next week until next week gets here because there might not be a next week. So look, if you have to drop somebody out of your lineup, I'll drop Olave and pick up BTJ, and I'll start BTJ.
And that's kind of the nice thing with the guillotine. You never have to worry about it next week if you have to drop a good player. So what? Someone's getting chopped. If it's not you, you can pick up their good players. So only look for this week. Exactly. All right. Admiral Habibi has a couple of questions here. Well, actually, let's do this first because we already kind of talked about this. Is Travis Hunter droppable?
I wouldn't drop him just yet. Again, look, what if they come back and they say, it's whatever, he's going to miss, let's say, they expect him back after his IR stint. We're talking about week 14. He's back. he's there for the playoffs for you. So I wouldn't drop him yet. Obviously, if we do hear something where it's like, yeah, he's gonna, don't drop him yet. Is what I'm saying.
All right. And then needs RB2 and a flex. Monty, Monangai, Henderson. Who sits?
Well, definitely not Monangai. I actually have Monty. I moved Henderson ahead of Monty again. I don't dislike Monty this week. It's a good spot for Monty. I think he could have a nice game, but I got to project Henderson for more touches. It's like maybe they'll bamboozle us and they'll find a way not to, but as of right now, I got to project him for more touches. So I'm going to go Monangai and Henderson.
Like, it's worth finding out. Go for the upside, right? It was easy to say, but like if we felt like this was a smash spot for Monty, like okay, just take Monty. It's a good but not great spot. I mean, he is still clearly the 1B there, So just find out. Go for Monangai and Henderson. Even if just one of them smashes, then it was worth it. All right, Joe. We got Chase Brown, George Kittle, or Monty. This is 1.1 point per yard for some reason.
I'm gonna just flex Chase Brown here. This is a good matchup. You get that extra 0.1 point per yard. Wait, 1.1 points per yard.
Right, not 0.11. This is like a guy goes for a 100-yard game. You got 110 points for I don't know a reason. But.
Interesting. But I'm gonna go Chase Brown. I think he can get the most yards here.
Yes, Alyssa. Which QB now that Murray is mostly out? Caleb, Flacco, Stroud, or Jacoby?
Flacco, probably your safer bet here, as crazy as that sounds. Caleb, your upside play because it's such a good matchup for Caleb. But I'd probably just go with Flacco. I don't have to really stress if I got Flacco, which is weird to say in the year 2025.
Exactly. Set and forget. Just kick back and enjoy the show. Joe Flacco. I'm Gucci. You Polo. Bam or T-Mac?
I've got T-Mac higher here. Let's go T-Mac.
Also flex Rico, Pitts, or DJ Moore?
Nah, I'm just going to flex Rico here. There's a part of me that wants to say DJ Moore, but man, that could absolutely destroy you. So let's just go Rico.
Yeah, I don't have that part. I'm going Rico here for sure. I don't hate him. I always like DJ Moore, but it's just not working. It's not working in this offense. Jolie, Monangai, Harrison, Tracy, or Genty. You got to pick two of these.
I have Monangai ahead of Genty. So for me, it's Harrison, Monangai. Let's do it.
There we go. Let's do it. And then we got another one from Jay. It's 6-point PPR. Nick's Brisket, Darnold, or Rajas.
Brisket sounds good right now. I'm hungry. I'm just gonna go Darnold here. Not a bad matchup against Commanders. He's solid. He's good enough.
Yeah, I really don't want to start Knicks this week, and not a great spot for Rodgers. So let's go Darnold. John Shop has a question about running backs. Rico, Woody Marks, Kenneth Walker. Then also got Romeo Dobbs in here. We need two running backs and one flex, so I guess we can only sit one.
Well, Dowdle's in for sure. I have Marks and Dobbs ahead of Walker, sadly. It's crazy to say it, but I mean, Kenneth Walker, like if he doesn't rip off a 20, 30-yard touchdown, what do you get? You get like your 80 yards? Like, I don't know. I'm going to go Dowdle, Marks. I guess I'm sitting Kenneth Walker out of this group.
I'm fine with that. Totally fine with that. I don't feel compelled to start him anymore. All right. Young Money is back. Where you been, Young Money? How's it going? Have Swift, Hampton, or Dobbins and Monangai? We're picking a side or what?
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. I mean, if we're picking the side rest of the season, it's got to be Swift, Hampton. If we're picking the side this week, it can't be Swift or Hampton. But look, Young Money's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. I guess this is a rest of the season thing. I give me Swift and Hampton. Like, I don't think when Swift comes back, which probably is going to be next week, that Monangai is suddenly the guy there.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. Okay, he's saying have Swift. Okay, I think he's saying I Young Money have DeAndre Swift. Would you rather have Hampton or Dobbins and Monangai?
Oh, well, you know what? There, I might just take Dobbins and Monangai. Honestly, Dobbins is solid.
Yeah, I think he's like, well, look, do you take it because you have Swift, and it's kind of like that's the way I interpret it. Yeah, but we've been talking. You've been saying this since last week. This is just a good time to trade Hampton. Just get what you can for him. Dobbins has been solid. Yeah, let's do that. If you're getting Dobbins Monangai, then do that. All right, and then I think this is this looks like a third question from Jay Lee. Full PPR, Rome, Monangai, Genty, pick 2.
I'm going Rome and Monangai. Genty on the bench for waiver wire darling Kyle Monangai.
I guess. All right, how about waiver wire darlings? Samaje Perine, Jordan Mason. This is P.
I did talk about Perine on the sneaky starts. I did say I'm sitting Jordan Mason. So I guess I'm going Perine.
Yeah, look, it's fine because Mason, not doing a whole lot here. Aaron Jones is back, eating to his touches. Sure. Let's go with the matchup. Doug Fenton now in half PPR needs to start 3 of these guys. Hunt, Henderson, Monangai, Sharbs, Marks, Rashard Smith.
I think Monangai's got to be number 1. Give me number 1 for me. Hunt's going to be number 2, and Travion's going to be number 3.
Sounds good. Other league, we got Chase Brown, Walker Chuba, Algier, or Rashard Smith. Looks like just 1.
If we're only starting 1, it's Chase Brown.
Yeah, that one pretty clear. And then any of those over Watson at flex. I think just the last group.
Not Walker, not Chuba, not Algier. I don't think Rashard Smith either. Nah.
No, I mean, like I said, I'm not feeling a huge Rashard Smith week. Just got questions about how many touches they legitimately give him in a tough matchup. Ronskov now needs 1. Henderson, Tracy, Monangai, Diggs, or Dowdle.
I got Monangai over Diggs and Dowdle. I got Monangai over all these guys. It's the Bengals. He's all they've got.
This is true. This feels like already, and then we're going to see this again tomorrow. This is going to be a tough week. Or the problem is I picked up too many good waiver wire options, and I don't know which one to start. Right? It's like you just got Tyron Tracy, you just picked up Kyle Monangai. It's a good problem to have, unlike a couple weeks ago. But yeah, a lot of unknowns this week. But look, Diggs not necessarily due for a big game. Rico is just a tough matchup. I think going forward, you probably will start Rico and be fine, but let's go with the matchups. Let's do a couple, by the way. I know it's we're still catching up for sure. But we have a lot of super chats to answer. Let's do a couple of non-super chats real quick to make sure let you know that we do those too. Brian T, Olave or BTJ?
It's got to be BTJ with Travis Hunter out.
Yes. DB Keys, start 3. Who sits here? London, Rice, Pickens, Pittman.
I got London the lowest out of this group. London sits.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Derek Wells, Spiegel. Needs a wide receiver 2 in a flex. This is a standard league. Franklin, Monangai, Booty, Addison.
Well, you're definitely flexing Manun guy. Man, I don't love Addison this week with JJ McCarthy against the Lions. I might just take a chance on Booty. Booty's always got that big touchdown upside. Drake May's been so good. I'll probably take a chance on Booty here.
That works. Again, not loving Franklin's matchup this week and very skeptical of McCarthy. Silence. Just want to give a shout out here. Thank you, by the way. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, with kind words and the memberships. Ed, this is a good time to stop and just remind everybody, because sometimes I forget. We're looking to get to 100K subscribers. We're almost there. We appreciate everybody who has subscribed throughout the years. And if you haven't done it yet, maybe you're a new viewer, we appreciate you do that right now. Hit subscribe and you don't miss the videos we've got every single day. And we go live 5 days a week as well. All right. Let's do Joey Kennedy because got the membership. Better flex, Hunt or Gadsden? This is half PPR.
In half PPR, I'll take a chance on Kareem Hunt. We were terrible against the... Oh, what happened? We lost Pierre. What happened?
I don't know. That was weird. Froze.
Pierre's back. We lost him. He's back. I said Kareem Hunt. Half PPR Kareem Hunt.
Okay. Sorry about that. Let's get to Miranda Natera. Oh, okay. Should I offer? See CMC. Everyone's like, it's like, why? CMC and Pickens for JSN and Achane. I mean, that's not unfair.
It's certainly not unfair. Oh, man. You're saying you're going to offer this. Like, this is one of those trades where if it hit my inbox, I'd be like, oh, man, I might have to think about this a little bit. But it's probably not one of those trades I'm offering. Because in my mind, I'm like, why am I ever going to offer somebody CMC?
And like, obviously, whichever guy you pick, let's just say running back, CMC, Achane. I mean, obviously, you're taking CMC, but it's like you're still getting a stud running back for fantasy in Achane. And the JSN is an upgrade over Pickens. So it's like, it's fair. But is it worth it?
Well, when I look at her team here, she's got Javonte, Bucky. So she'd have Javonte, Bucky, and Achane. But you look at her wide receivers, BTJ, Tet, Jennings, Evans. She kind of needs JSN. I might actually offer this.
I mean, it's hard to trade CMC, but I don't think I'm opposed to this. I think it's okay to do this.
All right. This is one of the few times I'm okay trading. I mean, you're getting JSN back, which definitely helps your wide receivers. And Achane, you'll still be fine at running back with Achane.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
As long as your Dolphins don't fire Mike McDaniels this year, then we're fine with Achane. If they fire him, then I'm going to be panicked.
Well, they just said, you saw they said, I mean, Greer's out, thankfully. The GM is gone. For some reason, they're just going to let McDaniel finish out the season, which, okay, fine, I get it. Like, what's the difference if you put some interim head coach there right now? It's not going to turn things around. So, whatever. I'm just kind of like, whatever about the Dolphins. One receiver and one flex. Addison, Booty, Gadsden, Hendy, Dowdle, bam.
I'm going to go Hendy at flex. I'm just debating on wide receiver. Booty, Addison, very close. Again, I might just take a chance on Booty. At least he has Drake May, not JJ McCarthy. Let's see how Addison's utilized with JJ McCarthy in this matchup. I'm going to go Booty, Hendy.
Yeah.
All in on the Patriots. Oh boy, what could go wrong?
Oh yeah. That's always a great move. Tyler C, that 0.7 PPR league needs a flex. JMO Watson, Downs, probably not Cup, Pierce.
I like Downs this week. I like Pierce too, a little more boom busty, but I like Pierce. Cup kind of more just safer, I guess, as safe as Cup can be. I mean, we're just flexing one of these guys. Ah, jeez. I mean, technically, I have Watson ranked the highest, so I guess Watson.
Yeah, these are all dice rolls. Let's just face it, very similar type players. Why JMO, Watson, Pierce, it's like a competition to see who runs the most go routes at the end of the season. Loveland, Muth, or Fant at tight end.
Well, I think now that we know that Flacco's starting, I'll probably just take a chance on Fant.
Henderson or Bam?
I have Henderson ahead of Bam right now.
And then I think the last one is 3 receivers, 1 flex. Do we just need 4 of those 5? Is that what it is?
Yeah, so I'm going to sit Tet here. Start the other 4. No Tet.
All right, Pedro Navarez, Shakir, or DJ Moore?
Shakir.
Yeah, definitely going Shakir here. Daniel Hart, Manungai, or Genty? Oh boy.
I got Manungai higher.
Yeah, I guess. Let's hope that turns out to be the right thing. And then Diggs or Olave?
I mean, I have Olave higher right now. I mean, they're both solid for me. There's a little worry with Tyler Shuck, but I still think they're going to target Olave a ton. I just feel a little safer about him.
Yeah, Olave's getting targets. Rashid Shaheed is questionable for what it's worth. All right, Clausen is 6-2, 12-teamer, full PPR. Here's the squad. Any changes?
Drake May on the bench. I'm going to start May over Dak. Everything else looks good. May over Dak for me.
All right, Nocturnal Gaming, Flex, Washington, Bourne, or Franklin. In the second league, DK, Jennings, or QJ?
Second league is easily DK. The first league, I'm going to take a chance on Parker Washington here. Kendrick Bourne, I can't do it anymore. Franklin, I know had a nice game last week. That was the Cowboys. This is arguably now the toughest defense with Pat Surtain out. I'll just take a chance on Parker Washington. DK and the other one pretty easily.
All right. Dex Ryu. Should I trade Tet and Flowers for Rice and BTJ? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yes. Without hesitation, do it now.
This is a great time to trade for BTJ if you still can. Will Davies, Knight, Carter Sharps, or Brashard Smith?
I still believe Bam Knight will be the starter. I still believe he'll get the most touches, so I'm going to go Bam Knight.
Yeah, I don't want to start Carter. Yeah, Bam Knight still here. Vigilante Williamson, pick 2, Mason Manungai, Hubbard Harvey.
Well, you definitely got to go Manungai. I might just take a chance on RJ Harvey here. I mean, how good can we feel about Chuba? How good can we feel about Mason this week with JJ McCarthy against the Lions? Could be steamrolling them. I'm going to go Manungai Harvey.
Yeah, Manungai, clearly the one here, the top one. Michael Marowitz. Give me 1 second. Actually, you okay reading this one and carrying the torch?
All right, we got Dart or JD. Going to definitely go JD this week because Dart not in a good spot. JD's healthy. He's playing. Tet, Shakir, Wandale, Sutton. I have Wandale and Shakir the highest there, so I'm going to start those 2. Flex Rico, Walker, Jameson, Booty, or Franklin. I got Rico number 1. I go Booty number 2, but let me make sure. Booty. Yeah, so I'm going to go. Oh, we're only flexing one of them? I'm going to flex Rico. I don't think I don't know if you can. Now, I will say if you can flex, like if you can flex Tet, I would flex Tet over Rico. But if this is like a separate league, I'll go Rico. So Daniels over Dart, Shakir and Wandale at wide receiver, Rico at the flex, or Tet if you can flex Tet. All right, let me try to figure out where we're at here in case we have any member chats. Bear with me 1 second, guys. One second, guys. Oh, he's back. Good.
All right.
Trying to figure out where you're at. Okay.
I was trying to build up suspense for the Libertarian Sasquatch. QJ. I mean, come on. This might be the most lopsided question of the evening. QJ or Monangai?
Definitely Monangai.
I wish we would give more airtime to the Libertarian Sasquatch. That's all I got. Robert Perky's having a hard time with some flex picks. Here we go. Rank them.
Keenan 1, Diggs 2, Wandale 3, Etienne 4, Rico 5. That's how I rank them.
Keenan, the one so far, boom pick that doesn't seem to be cursed yet.
You just jinxed it. We're gonna get some update. We're gonna get some update tonight. Like Keenan Allen tripped on his kid's toy and he's out with an ankle injury tomorrow.
Yeah, ate some bad Halloween candy and can't play.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I don't think we did this with Chris V. No PPR. Adams, Ladd, Pittman, Bijan, Chase, Monangai, Hunt, Kraft, and Bowers. It doesn't say how many though.
Yeah, it doesn't say how many. I'm going to assume 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, and a flex. You got to go Bijan and Chase Brown. I will go Adams, Pittman, a wide receiver. They're the touchdown machines. I think in no PPR, you got to flex Monangai. And then, I mean, I guess in non-PPR, Kraft has more touchdown upside, so I'll go Kraft. That one is tough. The tight end one's tough.
It's nice to have those 2 tight ends. Again, you don't need them both, and maybe start exploring trades. RM Laughlin, happy PR Parker Washington, or I think Trey Tucker, and then Darnold or JD.
I'm going to take a chance on Parker Washington. I mean, Bauer's back. Jacoby's healthy. What are we getting from Trey Tucker here? I'll take a chance on Parker Washington. And JD's playing. JD runs. He still has Debo and Ertz. It's not like he has nobody. I'm going to go JD.
Agree there on both counts. Sean Luke, what's up? 14-teamer. Got Hurts, CMC, Saquon, Brees, Harvey, Bowers, Gadsden, Rice, Chase Jennings, DK, B-Rob, and Bigsby. Offered Sutton and Debo for Brees. I think he was offered this.
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, it feels fairish. But now your running backs are going to be Saquon, Harvey?
I got CMC.
B-Rob and Bigsby?
Got CMC.
Oh, CMC? Okay. But I mean, you got Rice and Chase. I mean, I get, okay, Jennings, DK not great behind them. I mean, this would certainly help your wide receiver depth. But man, if something happens to CMC or Saquon, although I guess you picked up Bigsby, which is smart, and you do have B-Rob. I don't know. I guess I'm okay. It does seem fair, and maybe it helps. Like, if you have to start, like, if you have to flex one or two of those wide receivers every week, then maybe I do it. Just because now instead of flexing like Jennings and DK, I'm flexing Sutton and Debo, which feels a lot better. So I guess it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay. It's a 14 teamer, so depth matters. You want some deeper receiver options there. I guess now with McLaurin out, Debo.
That's true. I mean, we don't. That's a good point. Like, it's not just like Terry out this week. Like, he re-injured the quad. How long is he gonna be out again?
Well, exactly. He wasn't placed in IR, but are we sure he's just missing 1 week? I almost would be surprised if he didn't miss more than 1 week. So you can do this. I think it's fine. Trill, Sebi this week, Dart, or Knicks.
I'll take a chance on Dart.
Yeah, not like a Knicks. G Santos starting Ladd and Gadsden. You also going to roll out Vidal, or would you go Sharps or Hendy?
I'll roll out Vidal. This is a great spot for Vidal this week. You got to roll him out.
Yeah.
All in on the Chargers this week, apparently.
This is the week to do it. If they play the probably worst team in the league now. James Hall, good afternoon. Jordan Love or Jacoby Brissett because he gets the start and he gets the Cowboys.
I mean, Jordan Love's not in a bad spot this week, and there's always risk. Like if Brissett struggles, do they put Kyler in? Yeah, I'll just go with Jordan Love.
Right, that's the weird thing is they're saying Kyler will have a role, like he's going to come in just for a couple of runs, or like if they're losing, or like his role is to hold a clipboard. Like what is his role? Like I don't know. I'm just going to take Jordan Love. Christian Rodriguez got McBride and Kraft. Okay, is it time to sell high on Kraft? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, do it. Sell high on Kraft. I mean, you got McBride. Do it.
Then you're like, do I keep both? Well, okay, because you want to flex Kraft, and hope he has big games. Well, I mean, I hope you have somebody better to flex. Not that Kraft hasn't been great, but you know what I mean. Like, you trade Kraft.
There's nothing wrong with keeping both. It gives you a nice luxury at tight end. Like if something happens to McBride, you like, no biggie, I got Kraft, right? But if you can really sell high on Kraft and get a good player back, do it. Do it.
Because somebody out there is going to want a good tight end. And so if you can get a really good receiver, then that's your flex instead of Kraft. So yeah, I think do it. Jesse Rivera. And good luck, by the way. Wish him luck. He said he's playing the first place team, I assume, 7-1. All right. Jesse Rivera, pick 2. Walker, Bam, Monangai, Kamara, or Mason.
I'm going Monangai and Bam.
Yeah, you kind of, sort of have to start Monangai. All right, Jeremiah Zambrata. Thank you, Jeremiah. Appreciate you. Needs trade help. In a half PPR league, we need 3 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Got JSN, Devontae Slayton, QJ Pierce, Watson, McLaughlin. You mean McLaurin? Which McLaughlin? Jacobs and Wilson, Bucky and Rashad. Offers available for Walker Etienne. Asking JSN or Devontae. What?
No.
That's not even close.
No, not even close. 3 wide receivers are going to be JSN, Devontae. Wow, that dropped in a hurry. I mean, I technically have Watson ahead of Slayton, so I guess I'm going to go Watson. 2 running backs are going to be Jacobs. I guess it's Jacobs and Wilson because your other 2 running backs are on bye. So this is why I guess people are people smell blood in the water, right? Like, ooh, this guy has to start Jacobs and Emmanuel Wilson. Let me go give him my not so great running backs for his stud wide receivers.
Yeah, don't fall for it.
You can just take whatever Jacobs and Wilson give you. It's not the worst backfield to have. Boy, we got to flex one of these. I guess I'm flexing Slayton.
Yeah. So don't trade JSN, period. Don't trade Devontae for one of those just okay running backs. Look, there's probably someone you can get by with this week. I don't know exactly, Jeremiah. We don't know how deep your league is, who's on waivers and all that. But look, Bam Knight might be available on some waiver wires. Monangai, I mean, I would assume if he's out there, you've got him already or somebody else got him. If for some reason Kyle Monangai is on waivers, you better pick him up and you start him. Realistically, though, let's assume Tracy's gone and all those guys are gone. It's not the worst thing if you want to pick up like a Tyjae Spears. Or I've been talking about Bashal Tootin. They're probably going to use him more. I would be fine starting him this week. But don't trade just for a bye week. Like, don't trade for a bye week. All right. Andy. 2 receivers. Puka, Higgins, flexing Sutton, benching Booty. Would you like Booty over those guys?
I don't think I can put. I mean, definitely not over Puka or Higgins. And look, Sutton I know is in a tough spot this week, but he's still Courtland Sutton. I don't think I can bench him for Booty.
Yeah, it's still risky. Booty's always going to be volatile, so I don't think you have to start him. Tyler 33, Jalen Warren, Jordan Addison, or Kareem Hunt. Pick one, and then Goff or Sam Darnold.
Pretty sure I have Hunt. Yeah, I have Hunt the highest here. I'm going to go Hunt. Goff Darnold is close. They kind of feel like the same to me this week. Like they're solid, but not exciting. But Darnold's on the road in Washington, right? Goff at home. I might lean Goff.
Yeah, very similar, right? Very similar type of players. Just the Detroit pass offense a little bit more. So let's go Goff. Look, this is not necessarily the question, but I'm gonna just say this: with Jalen Warren, you're not as high on Jalen Warren. When you're like completely convinced he's better than Kareem Hunt, like, why do you want to start him?
Come on. It's not.
Come on. All right.
He's better than Kareem Hunt, but this week, I do worry against Colts. Game script gets out of hand for the Steelers, and they're throwing it a ton. And Kareem Hunt's in the Chiefs offense without Pacheco. If Pacheco was healthy, it would definitely be Jalen Warren over Kareem.
Right. Just want an excuse to take a shot there. Ricky Garcia.
Why do you hate Jalen Warren?
I hate Jalen Warren. I don't hate the player, hate the offense. Flex Bowers, Olave, or Henderson. The only players I hate are the ones who were Seminoles or Gators in college. That's it.
In full PPR, I'm going to still go Olave here.
Yeah. You definitely want to start Bowers if he's your tight end, but you don't have to flex him. So then we got JP Bartens, JD, or JD.
JD.
The first one. Yeah. Let's go Daniels. He's Jaden Daniels. Flex BTJ or Monangai. Ooh.
Well, if it's PPR, I'll go BTJ. If it's non-PPR, I'll go Monangai. But in PPR, I think I got to go BTJ. Can't put Monangai.
And I'm going to ask in half. Still BTJ, right?
Still okay. BTJ, yes.
BTJ unless it's standard, non-PPR. Derek Gonzalez got that membership. Thank you, Derek, once again. And a super chat, not a question, just pure love. Starman, thank you. Thumbs up.
Thank you.
Subscribe. Appreciate
that.
All right. Just let that marinate there for a minute. Everyone absorb that. If you haven't yet, thumbs up while you're watching. Jiffy, 23, 2 receivers and 1 flex. Olave, Pickens, Jennings, Allen, Higgins.
I think Pickens and a lot. No, wait, Higgins. Higgins and Pickens are going to be my wide. Oh, no, wait. Is that Keenan Allen? All right. I'm just going to go Higgins. I'm going to go Higgins, Keenan Allen, Pickens.
All right. Yeah. It's Higgins, Allen, Pickens, I think. And Olave, you could take Olave if you want. Like maybe if Rashid Shaheed is out. Like, again, I'm not saying I trust Tyler Shough more than Spencer Rattler, but maybe he'd be okay for a floor, but you can take Pickens. Money Mitch. All right. Monangai or Wandale?
I gotta go Monangai, sadly. I do like Wandale this week, but man, how do you not start? Man, we're gonna say yes to Monangai so much these next today and tomorrow. He better not bust. I mean, it's
Here it is, right? This is this week's way too
one of
obvious.
those, yep, one of those weeks, but I think you got to take a chance on Monangai against the Bengals.
Right. You have to find out.
Yeah.
All right. And then for defense, is it the Chargers against the Titans or the Colts against the Steelers?
The Chargers against the Titans, definitely.
Yeah. I think the Chargers they're both great matchups, but just going to be running from ahead for sure. And then we got Diego. Thank you, Diego. Full PPR, 2 running backs, got CMC and Vidal. So now we need to flex between Addison, Higgins, Monangai, Woody Marks. And I think 1 wide receiver, Worthy, Shaheed, and Myers.
Yeah. I mean, I know we said yes to Monangai a lot, but in full PPR, I can't put him over T. Higgins with Joe Flacco playing. I'm going to go T. Higgins.
Yeah, we like T. Higgins a lot this week. So P goes off again. Replace Travis Hunter from that Boom video. Put T. Higgins. Had T. Higgins originally, right? We had him on there, and then Joe Flacco. So
that is true.
And also
that
needs
is
to
true.
replace.
Huh? No, go ahead.
You're gonna say I'm jinxing him too, right? All right, trying to replace
no.
Trade.
I was gonna say it's true. You had T. Higgins. You were already talking about T. Higgins, and it's like, oh, Joe Flacco might not play. It's like we can't say T. Higgins is a boom with Jake Browning.
Honestly, this is for us to talk about later. Like, do we just wait till Saturday to put the booms out? It's like we might as well.
Well, that's the thing about doing the videos. Like even the video today, I had the video edited and uploaded with Kyle Monangai as one of my sneaky starts. I said on the video, I'm like, look, you got to start Swift. We have Swift as a boom, but Monangai's getting touches. Like, look at how he's trending up, and then like 2 hours later, DeAndre Swift ruled out. So I had to take Monangai completely out and already get, of course, all the comments today like, how do you not have Monangai on here? How do you have not? It's like, well, this is why I don't have Monangai on here anymore. I had Monangai on there, but now everybody knows that he's not a sneaky start anymore.
Right.
He doesn't like, come on. They're like, oh, you dropped the ball not having Monangai. No, it doesn't. He doesn't fit this video anymore. This is the problem with doing video content. It's like, you can't go back and redo it. Like somebody on here was like, you guys need to update the booms. How do we update the booms? How do you want us to update a video? What do you want us to do?
Yeah,
you can't update a video.
They don't know how the video recording and editing and uploading process works. It's not like a 5-minute thing.
It's like once the video's out, it's like it's out. You can't do anything except like take it down.
Yeah. No. This is why we go live 5 days a week. This is why we do this. Okay, so he's trying to replace Scatterbo in a trade. Have options Chase Brown for Higgins.
I don't know. Do we really believe that like Chase Brown is? I mean, I will say like Chase Brown has a phenomenal rest of the season schedule. The Bengals have a great rest of the season schedule for running backs, but
so does T. Higgins. On the same team.
Well,
it's better for running
backs. It doesn't always work that way, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if let me look at their schedule.
You think you get Chase Brown for Addison?
I would definitely do Chase Brown for Addison. I don't know if you're
Throw in Woody Marks. Why not?
I mean, yeah, it's a good rest. They got Bears this week, then the bye, then Steelers. Okay, Patriots tough, but then Ravens, Bills, Ravens again, Dolphins, Cardinals. No scary matchup in there for the Bengals.
Right.
I don't know though. I mean, if you trade away Higgins, well, you say these are flex options. So I guess you have really good wide receivers if like Higgins is just a flex option.
Yeah, well, I guess that's true. I'd still try Addison and Marks or just Addison first. See if that works.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Kyle. Got a pair of questions here. Let's go to this one. Pick 2. Tet, Diggs, Marks, Henderson.
We go Diggs. It says PPR. I'm going to go Diggs, and I still have Ted above Travion. So I'm going to go Diggs and Ted.
All right, and then we got Monangai or Sharps. It's definitely Monangai, right?
It's got to be Monangai.
Okay. Andrew, non-fantasy question. Okay. What's your ideal situation to watch games, food, drink spreads? All right. It's early in the chat for this, but we're going in order.
All right. My ideal situation would be at a sports bar somewhere where I actually really like the food.
That's helpful.
And somebody else cooks food for me that's good, and I just get to eat it and watch the games. But because we do fantasy football videos, and I have to really I really have to pay attention to the games and like really pay attention to who's scoring and who's doing it, who's not, who's doing all that. It's on the couch with Red Zone, where I can have my computer up and still be following all the play-by-plays, what's going on in all the other games and stuff. But the way I would like to watch it, if I like when the NFL playoffs come around and I don't have to worry so much about fantasy, yeah, I would prefer to be like at a restaurant or a bar where I really like the food and watching it that way. That would be my ideal.
Well, I'll just say nowadays I'm fine just chilling at home, my little media room, and no noise, no distractions. Just get to enjoy the game. And spread can be anything. I'll eat anything, so I'm not even that picky. Wings are good, pizza's good, IPAs are good. That's it. Simple. Keep it simple. All right. Let's keep going. By the way, we answer every super chat. That's why that feature exists. And we're sticking to super chats just so we don't make anyone wait too long. We're still catching up. If you are a member and you ask a question, we'll circle back to you later. But right now, we're sticking to super chats. Eddie Brock, 44. Okay, too far. Monangai or James Cook for the flex?
Nah, come on. James Cook.
Chiefs, yes, they're a tough defense. It doesn't matter. You're starting James Cook. He is a must start. We put him on the must start, like week 4, week 3 or something. We have not looked back. Right. James Cook. And if James Cook is your flex, you are stacked. All right, is that Jville, JV11? I don't know. 817. Knicks, Flacco, Darnold, or Brissett?
I mean, again, Darnold probably your safest bet here.
I mean, I do like Flacco. I mean, I don't just mean in general, but I think he's in for a good week and he's clear. So I think Darnold's the safest, but I think Flacco's got a little more upside. And then one flex, Henderson, Tet, Shakir, Monangai.
It's got to be Monangai. No, I got Monangai over Hunt.
Yeah, like I think Shakir is your safest pick here for full PPR, but you got to take a chance on Monangai. All right. Robert Gano, 6 points for a touchdown. Mac Jones or Jacoby Brissett?
I'll just go Jacoby Brissett. What, Mac Jones? That was fun for like a week.
Yeah, it was real. It was fun, but it wasn't real fun. And then flex Sutton or Kittle?
I mean, the only reason it's close because I don't love Sutton this week necessarily.
No, gotta be nervous. I think I would go Kittle in this situation.
All right, I'm okay with Kittle.
Got Mac Jones. And then the defense is going to be the Lions or the Pats.
Can't say I love either, but I mean, Lions, JJ McCarthy at home, I might take a chance on that.
Yeah, let's see if McCarthy is up to the task or if he's going to throw some picks. You know, maybe he's not fully mobile because they were worried about that injury. Let's take a chance and see what the Lions defense can do against him. DSK Risk 1995 was offered Rice, London, and Woody Marks for Bijan and BTJ. Was also offered Jettis and Kyron. There's some big deals. I don't know about that first one, though.
Yeah. I don't know about either of them, honestly. Because I just feel like Kyron is such a downgrade from Bijan. And I don't even know. Like, look, I hate to say it, but with Hunter out and Jettis with McCarthy, are we even convinced that Jefferson's going to be significantly better than BTJ rest of the season? I don't know. I don't think I'm taking either of these.
That's a fair point. I really don't want to trade away Bijan and BTJ. You're saying you need better receivers, but like if you trade for Jettis and Kyron, like I got Jettis, but you like slight upgraded receiver, maybe slight downgraded running back. Like, does that help your team? It doesn't really help your team. Yeah, I don't think so. Floppy wagon. All right. Debo or Jennings?
I think you got to go Debo with Terry out. Debo.
Yeah, I'll go Debo here. Manangai. Band 9 is my flex. Okay. Also have QJ on the bench. When I'll start QJ.
Nah, QJ on the bench just fine.
All right, now Chris Moraga. All right, so first in half PPR, Diggs, Worthy, Franklin.
Just one of these? It's Diggs.
And then Pollard or Bam?
Bam. Definitely Bam.
Bam. Wide receiver and a flex. Number 3, Debo, Harrison, Etienne, Manungai.
I think it's got to be Harrison and Manungai.
Yeah. And then tight end, Gadsden or Bowers.
I'm starting Bowers. I'm not benching Bowers. Like,
yeah.
Crazy times. You drafted Bowers in round 2. He finally is playing, and it's like, I don't know. I might just start my waiver wire tight end that I picked up 2 weeks ago. Right. Fantasy football, ladies and gentlemen. Fantasy football.
And it's a legit question, right? I get it. You're like, oh, I drafted. It doesn't matter where you draft the players anymore. Like, forget that. It does not matter. But it's Brock Bowers is still supposed to be the best tight end in the NFL. So let's see if he can do that. John, start 1, Woody, Bam, Manungai, Rico. I'm afraid I know the answer.
Yep. I think by now, this question wasn't that long ago. It's Manungai.
Ferguson or Travion Henderson? It's PPR.
Yeah, I think I still take a chance on Travion here. He should get the touches.
Right. Wide receiver, maybe you could say, well, it's PPR. Ferguson is fine, but again, we're talking about a tight end here still. All right, Jeremiah with another one. Context for the trade question. This was from before. So it says Carter DeMarcado, Singletary on waivers. It's bone dry. And we have 2 IR spots. Well, at least you have IR spots. Let me rewind it real quick because I remember Jeremiah's from before. It was this one. That's why. That explains why he's got to make the list.
I don't care. Look, next week, it's fine. Jacobs and Wilson should be fine this week. Like, good enough. And next week, you get either Bucky back or you get Rachaad White back. Like, guaranteed next week. Don't do this trade.
And honestly, he's like, well, it's Devin Singletary. Like, you could get 2 points out of Devin Singletary and possibly still win, right? That's just one player, one position. So I get it, but again, don't trade out of desperation, and definitely never trade because of a bye week. Just does not work out well long term. You always got to think long term here. Okay, here's Young Money clarifying. What's up, Young Money? He says he has Swift, but he got a trade offer with Woody Dobbins and Manungai for Hampton. So yeah, that's what it was. I'm taking the Dobbins Manungai side.
Yeah, same. Give me Dobbins and Manungai, especially
and
since
just clarify. not just for this week, because if Swift is back next week, Monangai is not a guy like you have to start anymore. But I still think it's worth it. All right, then let's go to Santiago Murillo, Brissett, Caleb, Darnold, T-Law, Rodgers, or JJ McCarthy.
I don't know. I mean, Darnold's probably your safest bet here, but I think I might take a chance on Caleb against the Bengals. But if you don't want to, I mean, he's risky. He's certainly risky. You just want to play a little safer. Darnold should be fine.
Yeah, these aren't the most appealing options, but I get it. Buys happen. I'm just taking Sam and not worrying about it. It's been a while. Birdman. Remember Birdman, former player.
What's up?
What's up? Where you been? Glad to see you back.
Wait, he's got it. Wait. Are we cracking? He's got a picture. Chargers number 31. He's worn, and he's Birdman 31. Because remember, he wouldn't give up his identity.
I feel like we cracked this at some point.
Did we crack this?
Yeah, but he wouldn't reveal it. Let's see if I remember. Well, we'll do our research here. But thanks, Birdman. Glad to see you back. Cali Kid needs one Darnold or JD and needs RB2 Etienne, Kamara, Jalen Warren. You're never going to believe it. Kyle Monangai is a choice.
You got to go JD over Darnold, and you got to go Monangai at running back too. You got to take a chance. Got to take a chance.
I agree. And thank you, Birdman, for the kind words and the reminder. Anybody watching here, if you haven't done it yet, hit the thumbs up. Takes exactly 1 second. Thank you for the membership, Esteban Carlos. Appreciate you. And appreciate that picture as well.
Yes, definitely.
Joe Mazzola, BTJ, Sharps, Kamara, Marks, Sutton, Jacoby Myers.
Definitely BTJ here. Definitely BTJ with Travis Hunter out.
Yeah, if we're only picking one, it's definitely BTJ. All right, and then let's get to Joe Mazzola. Tracy, Bill, Gadsden, Harvey, Worthy, and then a QB question.
Darnold, Love, Brissett. I think I just go Jordan Love here against Carolina. Tracy, Bill, Gadsden, Harvey, Worthy. Is this one where I can start Gadsden? I don't know. Either Gadsden or Tracy.
Get Tracy, probably.
Yeah, I mean, he should get the touches. He should catch passes.
Yeah, I would go Tracy. At quarterback, it's either Darnold or Love. I think Love is in a better spot, though. All right, here's Esteban Carlos with the question. We got 2 QBs, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. 2 QBs? Okay, so Caleb, Dart, Flacco.
I'm going to go Caleb and Flacco.
Yeah, Flacco is my favorite here. Actually, now that I think about it, again, that's fine. I'm down. I'm skeptical. Caleb and DJ Moore in the passing, maybe without Swift. Maybe they do have to pass more. Flacco is in, so all right, fine. Go Flacco, Caleb. CMC, Genty, Ladd, Chase, Metcalf, Rome, Kittle, Gadsden. Thanks. Great show. You're welcome. All right, so we need 2 running backs, 3 receivers. I only see 2 running backs.
Yeah, you're going to go CMC, Genty, Ladd, Chase, Metcalf. You're probably starting those 3 wide receivers. What is 1 OP? Is that a flex?
Yeah, I think so.
So really the only choice here is Kittle or Gadsden. I think I'm just going to go Gadsden, honestly. I got to keep chasing it. I got to find out. Again.
That one's tough. If it's my team, I'm probably going Kittle. If you have to flex, then I guess there might be a flex question between Rome or the other tight end. You got to put Rome in if that's a choice, right? So yeah. So the only question is which tight end do you prefer? Well, sorry, Esteban. We're a little bit split, but I think it's close either way. And then Benny Black is back. needs a running back between Brashard Smith or Emmanuel Wilson.
Both guys I talked about on the sneaky starts, but I got to give the edge to Brashard Smith. Got to give the edge to Smith.
Yeah, well, Jacobs isn't on the injury report at all this week, so he should still pretty much get all the run, right?
Right.
Okay,
yeah,
then
that does, because that is one thing I talked about was like, hey, like with him being banged up, Emmanuel Wilson's been more involved. But if he's not banged up, then we might not see more Emmanuel Wilson.
Right. And then here, 2 running backs in the flex. K9 Sharps, Harvey Hunt, Brashard Smith, or Knoll. I think Knoll out of the running.
Yeah, Knoll out of the running with Christian Kirk back. I think Hunt's got to be number 1. I think I have Sharps number 2 actually here. Yeah, I mean, Smith's still risky. I'll just go Sharps. I'll go. That way you don't have to have the whole Chiefs backfield too. Hunt and Sharps. Oh, and a flex? We need 2 running backs and a flex?
And a flex.
Oh, gosh. Maybe I do go the entire Chiefs backfield against the Bills and Sharps.
You might as well. I mean, like, pick a backfield. Seahawks or Chiefs. Okay, I got to prefer the Chiefs. I was surprised doing some research. The Chiefs have been like, was it number 1 or one of the top in terms of running back usage over the last few weeks? I'm like, I wish they would just pick one running back. Flex, Tet, Hunt, Chuba, or Brashard Smith.
I literally have Tet 1 spot ahead of Hunt. So I'm going to go Tet.
Even though you got to like Hunt's touchdown upside, I think you just got to like Tet overall a little bit better. And then 1 running back and 1 flex, Monangai, Harvey, Marks, Bam, or Downs.
I'm going to go Monangai and Bam.
All right, there it is. Eric Van Vano, sit 2 in standard. There's no way you can sit Monangai. Monty, Bam, Hunt, Spears.
I'm going to sit Bam and Spears.
Sounds good. Anthony Martinez needs a quarterback. Brissett, Trevor Lawrence, or Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going to go T-Law against the Raiders. That one's close, honestly.
It is close. But T-Law, I think, makes me feel slightly better. All right, what about A.J. Barner? Fryer Muth, Colston Loveland, Theo Johnson, Chig Okonkwo. Actually, I think Chig was like questionable earlier in the week. I'm not sure. Fant.
I'm just going to go Fant here. The only reason why I didn't put Fant on the sneaky starts is because we didn't know until this morning that Flacco was going to be good enough to start. Otherwise, he would have been on there. So, yeah, give me Fant.
Yep. Fant is fine here. All right, and then let's get to Jonathan Huarbe. What's up? Keeping the spookiness going. Well, yeah, we did replace all the spooky stuff. Though we could have kept it going for Sunday. Sunday's the Day of the Dead, but needs two running backs and a flex. Kamara, Brashard Smith, Pollard, Sharps, or Watson. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate you.
Well, I already said no to Kamara this week. I can't go back.
Just for clarification, this is half PPR.
Yeah, I'm just going to go Sharps, Watson, and Brashard Smith.
Yeah, and it's funny. We were already down on Kamara. Now he's on the injured report. Don't think he's getting traded, though. Don't get your hopes up.
Nah.
Dimitri Basham got the membership. Thank you, Dimitri. Appreciate you. And now this team needs a little help. It's 3-5. Got Allen, Monangai, Warren, Addison, Worthy, Laporta, Hunt, Dobbins. Got the best kicker. And the Chargers defense is great this week. Here's the bench. Well, it's not much you can do.
Nah, nothing you can do here.
Unless you like... I mean, really, it's like, do I want to flex DK instead of one of those? But I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, I hope that the two players you have on bye are good players. Manungai's a good flex this week, but don't want to start him the rest of the season. So I hope you got at least a really good running back. I feel like this team needs help, especially at wide receiver. Like, what can we do here, though? Look, if Monungai has a huge week, just ship him off for a good receiver. So, like, honestly, you have to.
I mean, yeah, but like, what are people?
Hey,
like, what are people really going to give you for a Monungai?
You never know until you try.
Well, that's true. I like to think people are like, especially this day and age, like I feel like people, like, I know well, you started playing fantasy before me, but even when I started playing fantasy, it wasn't like it is today. Like, you didn't know instantly, like, yeah, Flacco's probably going to start. This guy's going to start. Like, no, it was like you didn't know until the game started. Like, oh, he's not playing. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean he's out? People know, man. I mean, they know like right away. There's no secrets anymore. So I don't know. I think people understand that like Monungai is not quite the guy, but you could try, I guess. You could package him with somebody. I mean, this team needs something for sure. I don't know who your players on bye are, but this team needs something.
Right. It does need something. Just throwing it out there. Let's go back and revisit that next week. Thank you, Dimitri, by the way. You didn't have to do the super chat, but we appreciate you. Mary Joe, how are you doing? Lad, Debo, or BTJ at the flex?
Is it BTJ? I think with Hunter out, you got to go BTJ now.
Yeah, Lad is always solid, but now that I think about it, he was early in the week. He was on the injury report. Now he's off, so he's good. But yeah, BTJ in a great spot. Okay, next is Jacob TY. Set this lineup. It's 4-4. Herbert, Chubb, Genty, Diggs, JSN, Gadsden, Kelsey, the Rams, and the GOAT at kicker. And then there's the bench. Wow, you've been doing some work on the waiver wire. I don't even know, honestly. Is it Tyquan Jennings or Terrell Jennings? I think that's the guy who's like the new Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, it's I think it's Tyrell Jennings. Terrell. I think it's Terrell.
Whoever's going to go on everyone.
Man, Chubb? But I don't know. Am I going to put Terrell Jennings over Chubb? I don't think so. Singletary over Chubb? I don't think so. Yeah, I think you're good here. Maybe Gainwell over Chubb, but I don't know. Probably not. No, you're good. You're good.
Yep, not much to do here. The Bid Podcast. What's up? Set this lineup. Needs 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex. Scott, Henderson, Monungai, Bam, Hunt, Sharbs, Lamb, T-Max, Sutton, Bowers, Gadsden.
Well, you got to go Monungai. I'm going to have Hunt number 2. Just verify that. Yes, I have Hunt ahead of Travion. So Monungai and Hunt. 2 wide receivers are going to be Lamb and T-Mac. This is one of those teams I might just flex it. I might just start both tight ends. I don't love Sutton this week.
Yeah.
Then give me one moment here.
That's what I was thinking. This might be a situation where, good on you. You got Gadsden, and now Bowers back. You're like, hey, I'm set. But you can flex them because, again, these running backs, Monungai, of course, in a great spot. Henderson could be in a good spot. And we'll see if he gets the ball. And then, Hunt, get you something. But why not go for the upside here if it's PPR of a guy like Gadsden? So I think I'm fine with that. And don't like Sutton because he gets a really tough matchup. Let's do a couple of quick non-super chats. We're still catching up. Hang with us, guys. If you super chatted, we haven't skipped anybody, at least as far as I know. So it was unintentional, but we're just catching up. John wants to bench one. What? Amon-Ra, Puka, CD, and Rice. You have to bench one? I mean, there's zero chance you're benching Puka. You just can't. Like Puka is it. You cannot bench Puka. I don't think I can bench CD. I think he's my other. I mean, these guys are all must starts, obviously, but I think CD's still in my lineup. I'm on Raw. This is Minnesota. Man, I don't know. I think I would just bench Rice, I guess. I don't know how you have this decision. Okay, then this is our FR, Monangai or Aaron Jones. Again, you have to take a chance on Monangai. Aaron Jones is decent, but Monangai, let's see. He's the only guy getting touches there this week for the Bears, and it's the best matchup possible. And then Jay Biz, easy. Gadsden or Laporta?
You gotta go Gadsden. Gotta see if you can keep it going.
Okay, then I guess the question is Laporta or Rico in the flex.
Nah, I just go Rico.
Yeah. All right. This one too. Blake M. Keenan or Kareem Hunt. Got to go Keenan, right?
Keenan.
All right. Now we have Xavi. Start 2. QJ, Wandale, Jacoby Myers or Booty?
I'm just gonna go Wandale and Booty here. Wandale and Booty. I like Wandale this week.
Yeah, a little floor, a little ceiling. It's mainly that the other two guys are not startable. Derek Gonzalez. What can you get for Hampton? I think.
I think you can still get a decent amount. Like I think you could get running backs like Chase Brown, Jalen Warren, if you're as high on him as I am. You might even be able to get Breece Hall or Judkins, maybe. I think you could get wide receivers like, look, AJ Brown, Jalen Waddle.
Yeah. Judkins is a good one because you never know. Like some people might not want to trade him, but again, people have short memories these days. Like he hasn't played. And in the last game he played, he wasn't as great. So look, try for Judkins. And if not, Chase Brown is fine, I think. Okay. Now we got Nicholas Hernandez. Needs running back Rico or Walker.
I'm going to go Rico.
Go Rico too. Also, McMillan, Johnston, Marks, Jennings at the flex.
I'm going to go Tet. I assume that's Tet.
Yeah. Keenan Roberts is back. How's it going, Keenan? 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex, and a tight end. Start sit. So here we go. Shocking. Well, thank you for listening, Calvin Guy first.
Yeah, Monangai and Chase Brown at running backs. Nico Diggs at wide receiver. I'm going to flex Shakir. Freiermuth, Pitts, Barner. I'm going to go Pitts at tight end.
Yeah, go Pitts. All right, we got another one from Diego. Thank you, Diego. So it's trying to replace. Okay, this is a follow-up. I remember this. Trying to replace Scadaboo, who we lost, RIP, for our whole season. So here's the team, the entire team. So that question I remember was Chase Brown for Higgins. So looking at the whole team, does that change your mind?
Well, you got Keenan Allen, JSN, Devonta Smith. Like, I think this is okay here because, I mean, look, Swift probably going to be back next week. We don't know for sure, but probably going to be back. Like Vidal, serviceable as your RB2. I mean, I would still try Addison. Maybe you could even try Addison and maybe you can try Addison and Monangai right now. He's got a lot of hype.
He does.
Try that first.
Look, honestly, I say this because it's true. And again, got to think how other people sometimes think, not the way you and I think. Sometimes the best time to trade a player is after you just pick them up off a waiver wire because they get all that hype and that optimism, right? It's like the rookie right before the season has started and they've actually done anything because it's like the potential, like what he's going to do, what he could do. Like Tyron Tracy, like, do you remember how a couple days ago people were like, I want to trade for Tyron Tracy? Like, why would you do that? If someone's going crazy for Manungai, sure. Anyways, Wilfredo Diaz. Lineup is CMC Manungai, right? Almost the same guy. CD Rashee Rice, Flex is Rome, and Chase Brown is on the bench.
How good? Well, I don't think it's necessary to add. Well, I take that back. I know I've said yes to Manungai a lot this week, and I'm probably going to say yes to him a lot tomorrow morning, but I still have Chase Brown ahead of Manungai. Chase Brown is in a great spot this week, and Chase Brown, I feel much more secure about Chase Brown. So I don't mind putting Chase Brown in over Manungai. Look, Manungai could certainly outscore Chase Brown, but Chase Brown could also outscore Manungai, right? So if you really want to get Chase Brown in, I don't mind putting him in over Manungai. I actually have him ahead of Manungai still.
Yeah, again, it's like, this is what's tricky. Or you want to find out, right? You want to start Manungai if that's your choice, but it depends on your other choices. There's no guarantee, right? We're trying to be realistic. Yes, he could have a monster game against the worst run defense. He could also not have a monster game against the worst run defense. It's another possibility. So you have to weigh the risk, potential, reward. I would be fine starting Chase Brown here. Dylan Bone needs RB2 and flex help. Got Vidal, Genty, maybe the post-buy bump, or Nico, or Jalen Warren. Needs the win going against the top team. So we need a running back and a flex. Vidal or Genty. Or
I'm going Vidal at running back, Nico at flex. Assuming it's PPR. If it's half or non, I might flex Genty over Nico.
Good point. It doesn't say here. We'll just say this. Look, Nico, no PS2, but still a good defense.
Yeah.
I think if it's my team, I might actually just go both running backs, Vidal and Genty. I still like Genty enough. I think he gets involved, and Nico is now got some competition for targets. I don't think it's all going to be all Nico the way it has been quite to that same extent. We don't just automatically put him up to a must start. Right. So anyway, all right. Now this is Dion. This is non PPR. Does it have to be Manungai here? I think it does, right? Tracy, Bam.
Yeah, it's got to be Manungai. It's got to be Manungai.
Never forgotten. Pick one. Tet Diggs, Addison, Jacoby Myers.
I'm going to go Diggs.
Yeah, it's between Tet or Diggs. I think Diggs this week based on matchup. Mark Bone. Thanks in advance. I see the question. It's right here. Superflex PPR. This is the team. This is the bench. Any changes?
I don't think so. You got Sharbs. You got Manungai, Sharbs, Pollard, Spears. Do I have Spears over Sharbs? I don't think so. No, I got Sharbs. Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, Mark usually is pretty sharp at this. He gets the lineups right almost every time. But yeah, it always is good to check because you never know. All right. And then we go to Didi. Lost Swift, have Rashad White, Garrett Wilson on bye. Who to pick up? So this is 0.25, 100-yard bonuses. Is any of these guys going to get that bonus? Spears, DJ Moore, Jennings, Tucker, Bourne, or Brashard Smith?
Well, I don't know if I can say I feel strongly any of these guys are going to get 100 yards, so I'm just going to pick the guys I like the best. We're only picking up one of these. It's only 0.25 PPR, so it's basically non-PPR. I'll go Tyjae Spears.
Yeah, it's I'd like to say I feel better about Brashard Smith. This matchup, I don't specifically feel better about him. Honestly, my second choice here after Spears might be DJ Moore. finally. But let's go Spears. Xavier, Saquon and Rome, or Amon-Ra and Art Smith. Why would you get Art Smith? Oh.
Who is A. Smith?
Is it the guy for the Jets? Aeneas or Arias Smith?
No, come on. This supposed to be like Devonta Smith?
It's got to be a different Smith, right?
Got to be Devonta Smith. Please tell me it's Devonta Smith.
Xavier, maybe you can clarify in case, unless you already did. I'll look for it. I mean, unless you're acquiring the rights to have Art Smith coach your team. But
look, if it's Devonta Smith, I might take the Amon-Ra side just because I feel comfortable enough with Amon-Ra and don't have to worry about it with Saquon. But if it's some other Smith that I can't even think of, then I'm probably taking the Saquon side.
All right. I'm waiting to see if Xavier, if you're listening and able to chat again, just go ahead and just to clarify, I want to make sure which Smith it is you're talking about. Yeah, I can't imagine it's anyone. It must be Devontae, right? Okay. I would just say, it's cheesy, but the little Halloween team thing it did for that video, I was very, very proud of my Art the Clown Smith thing. That was very appropriate. All right. Now we got Brother Pickle. Welcome, Brother Pickle. 12 team, full PPR tight end premium. Juwan Johnson, Rico Dowdle, or Kayshon Boutte.
I'm going to flex Dowdle.
Yeah, I don't think the premium is quite enough for Juwan Johnson this week. I will say if Rashid Shaheed misses, remember he's questionable. And what if Kamara, if they both happen to miss, then maybe you can go Juwan Johnson. But for now, Rico. Speaking of Rico, here's Rico Baptiste. Do you think Breece Hall gets traded?
I don't, but we'll see.
What realistically, I mean, you're putting like I know you can't ever say zero, but you're putting it like as low as like 10% or less, or you think it's like 30% chance, 50-50?
30% chance. Apparently, they're asking for a third. I don't think there's any team that's going to give up a third for Breece Hall, personally.
That's the thing, is we hear this all the time. These teams, like, they're listening, but their asking price is too high. They're like, yeah, sure, we'll trade him if you give us a day 2 pick. And teams are like, no, we don't want to do that. So that's why these trades don't get made. All right, here's the question of the day. I mean, this is what everyone's wondering now. Yusuf Elder, thank you. Jamar Chase or Kyle Monangai?
Well, with Flacco playing, I think I got to go Jamar Chase. I think I have him one spot ahead of Kyle Monangai.
It's funny because you say that. And honestly, if Jake Browning was starting, I might consider Kyle Monangai. But yeah, let's go with Chase. All right, Arthur is in the house. What's up, Arthur Swanson? Start 10. Okay, but here's the only question. Monangai or Keenan Allen?
Nah, I'm still going Keenan Allen.
Yeah, we like Keenan a lot in this specific matchup. And then Arthur has a dynasty question.
Nice.
Okay. Monangai or Caleb Johnson? Do you take a chance on him doing anything in his future after this year?
I mean, but why? It's not like Monangai is Kareem Hunt, right? Where it's like, okay, he's old. Yeah, he's got opportunity right now, but come on, what's the long term? Like, Monangai's a rookie too. But Monangai's actually been a part of the offense all year, whereas Caleb Johnson has not. Why do this? I would just hold Monangai.
Yeah, I mean, basically you would say, okay, I'm going to value these players based on, what we thought before the season started, right? We thought Caleb Johnson would actually possibly do something and if not carve out a decent role, and he is a complete non-factor. So that's exactly it. It's like, why does it change back to that now? Like, let's look at what they've done. And look, I'm not like dropping Caleb Johnson in my dynasty leagues. You stash him, right? You see maybe he does something next year. But yeah, why would you trade Monangai for him when Monangai is doing something? All right, we got Tyrone Jr. We're starting Harrison or Nico or Pickens.
No, I'm going Harrison. I don't think losing Kyler makes me lower on Harrison, to be honest.
If anything, I mean, look, it's still Brissett. It's not like a stud quarterback, but yeah, go Harrison here. So this basically answers this question from Travis56, Nico or Harrison. Go Harrison.
Yep.
Dak or Darnold?
Dak.
And then Genty or Harrison?
Well, if we play Harrison, can you still flex Harrison, or does it now become Genty or Nico? If this is like a totally different league, I go Harrison over Genty.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if it's a different league or not. Yeah, let's keep Harrison up there. Sorry. Johnny, 22 Bear. Mac Jones or T-Law? No, Purdy's not playing.
Just give me T-Law. Give me T-Law.
T-Law it is. And Diego almost forgot he also has Pittman. So another option of trade. We got ideas with the whole team. It's an 8-team league. Okay. So that makes it difficult. Okay, let me rewind here to Diego's original question if I can find it. This is a good time for me to stop and remind everybody, if you're still watching, you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do it. It takes a second. And of course, we want everyone to subscribe, help us out on the way to 100K. So there was his whole team, and he forgot he has Pittman too. Really wants to make a trade.
Well, I mean, look, so you have Pittman as well. So now your wide receivers are JSN, Keenan Allen, Pittman, Devonta Smith. I think you can do this trade if you want. Like, if you really want Chase, if you really feel like you need Chase Brown, I think it's fine. You have good enough wide receivers behind Higgins. You don't want to like try to haggle and look. Again, this is something that's very frustrating to me in a lot of my leagues, where I send out what I think are very fair offers, if not better for my trade partner, because I am of the mindset that I will take the L on a trade if it actually helps my team. I don't have to win the trade if it actually helps my team. And then they counter with something like, you know, where it's a big L for me. And I'm like, dude, I just gave you an offer that's a win for you and you need to squeeze out more. Like, no, forget you. So if you don't want to try to, like, oh, let me try to really squeeze out every last drop of win here. Like, it's fine. If you just want to get Chase Brown, I don't think Higgins for Chase Brown is lopsided in any ways.
No.
And now you have Pittman here. You're deep enough a wide receiver. If you just want to do it, do it.
Yeah, it's the only thing would be like if it matters to the guy who's got Chase Brown, Pittman or Higgins, who'd you prefer to give up?
I don't even know if I have a strong preference, honestly.
Feels similar.
Again, if the guy in my league has already said I'll give you Chase Brown for Higgins, I'm just gonna take it. I'm not gonna be like, well, maybe I kind of slightly prefer Pittman. It's like, just no. You know what I mean? Because then what ends up happening is you end up with no deal. Like, just take it. Just take it.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it's fine. Like, again, you're not losing this, and if it helps your team, it's fine. It's you want a deal. Sometimes you just want to trade to shake things up and see what happens here. Jedi Koth needs a flex. Travion, Woody, Sutton, or Parker Washington. It's half.
I got Travion Henry. No, I still have Sutton ahead of Travion, actually. I'm gonna go Sutton.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, you want to roll the dice and take a chance on Henderson. You can do it. Just know what the risk is. I mean, I would do this only if I felt good enough about the rest of my team. Like, okay, I can take a chance and get some more points here, but yeah, it's risky. Quite risky. Patriots running backs always seem to be risky. All right, now we got Travis. I think this is I didn't realize he had super chatted later. He had asked this question, but here we go. Did we miss any of this? So we said Dak over Darnold, Harrison over Genty, Harrison over Nico.
Yep.
2 running backs are Bijan and Javonte. Okay, I see why Genty's your flex.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Charles. Appreciate you. Then we got Henry Wynn, Kareem Hunt, or TreVeyon Henderson.
I still have Hunt over Henderson. Again, I just feel more secure. Like you said, this is a big game. The Chiefs trust Kareem Hunt. There's no worries about like I don't worry about Brashard Smith. Like we're sitting there going like, why is Brashard Smith getting all the touches and not Kareem Hunt? It's like, nah, I think Kareem Hunt's going to get the touches. I have worries about TreVeyon Henderson. I mean, he should get all the touches, but I could like envision a world where I go on Twitter and everybody's complaining about TreVeyon Henderson's touches.
I feel like that's the world we've been living in for the past 8 weeks. Yeah, I can envision that pretty easily. So it's kind of a floor ceiling thing. Just don't know what the ceiling is yet for Henderson. Mumble Dragon, Woody Marks or Parker Washington?
Interesting. I have Woody Marks slightly higher than Washington.
Yeah, PPR. I would just take a chance on Parker Washington now that we know Hunter is out. He'll get targets. He'll do something for you. Let's go now to Danny Barba. Pick 2. Gadsden, Kelsey, or Ertz. Pick 2 for tight end. Don't tell me this is a 2 tight end league.
Well, I think Gadsden's got to be 1. I think I still got to go Kelsey over Ertz. Like I talked about this in the QB start sit video, and I probably didn't use good examples, but like when you look at these tight ends like Ertz or I don't know, like these fringy kind of tight ends, right? I don't know what, like Ertz, Hunter Henry's, guys like that. Like, yeah, Kelsey has the potential to be just as bad as those guys. But I feel like his upside is way more than those guys, right? Like when he has those really big games, they're really big. Yeah, he could be just as bad, right? But his big games are much bigger. So I think you got to take a chance on Kelsey over Ertz. So Gadsden and Kelsey.
Right. And then tough one. Justin Herbert, Daniel Jones, both in great spots.
Yeah. Oh, man. I think I'm going to go Herbert. That one's tough. That one's very tough.
Yeah, that one is tough. I mean, I don't even know if I have a strong preference either way. Herbert's fine here. What about defense? Lions or 49ers? Niners get the Giants. The Lions get McCarthy and the Vikings. I kind of want to find out and see if McCarthy is just really bad.
Exactly. I think we got to find out. The Lions get a lot of pressure too with Aiden Hutchinson and stuff. So give me the Lions.
B-Row. Genty, Pickens, Henderson, or CD, Chase Brown, JK. Are we picking 1 or 2?
So is this like a trade? Is this a trade offer?
I don't know.
He says like 1 or 2, so I assume it's a trade offer. I mean, CD the best player in the trade. I think I want side 2. I want side 2 just to get CD. I mean, I probably prefer, like I certainly prefer CD to Genty. I probably prefer Pickens to Chase Brown, but I also prefer Dobbins to TreVeyon Henderson. I mean, unless Ramondre's injury is very serious and he goes on IR or something, and we actually see them commit to Henderson, I got to still prefer Dobbins to Henderson. So I'm going to take side 2.
Yeah, it feels like side 1 is the what if team. Like, what if Genty, lives up to the hype and the potential and he breaks out second half? What if Henderson does something, right? Like, man, I love those rookie running backs. But you already know what you're getting with side 2, and part of what you're getting is CeeDee Lamb, So I think like side 1 is tempting. You're like, oh, Genty and Henderson, they're going to – but what if they don't? What if it's like what you've been getting is what you're going to continue to get? Now, you definitely prefer side 2. I'll just go side 2. We got a new member. It's Leilani Scheidman. Thank you, Lonnie. And if you put a question, then we will definitely put it up. All right. let's get to first William Morris. Debo Rome, Sutton, Pickens, Keenan, Chase Brown, Monangai, Tracy, 1 running back, 2 receivers, and a flex.
Now, like I said, I've been saying I still have Chase Brown over Monangai. So I'm going to go Chase Brown. I think you got to go. And then assuming it's PPR, I'm going to go Keenan, Rome. And I have Pickens still over Monangai as well. If it's non-PPR, then I could flex Monangai, and I might flex him over Keenan, honestly, or maybe over Rome. Actually, I might flex him over Rome.
All right. So the verdict was Brown at running back, Keenan, Pickens, Rome? No.
Well, if it's PPR, Brown, Keenan, Pickens, Rome.
Okay.
If it's non-PPR, I'll sit Rome for Monangai.
Got it. We have to give a shout out to Johnny Donuts. Absolutely. Hopefully everyone collected many donuts in your Halloween bag. Needs 2 here. Kirk, Washington, Corum, Gunnar Helm. Wow. We need 2.
I'll just go Kirk and Washington. It's PPR.
Yeah. Parker Washington probably feel best about. And then dilemma, Flacco, Darnold, or Rodgers.
Again, Darnold probably your safest bet here. Not a tough matchup against Commanders, but I do like the upside of Flacco if you want to take a little more risk.
All right. Nothing risky about Flacco. Come on. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Hopefully, Captain Caveman in Dynasty with Cup questionable. Do I wait on him or try De'Ami Brown? He's the thing, apparently.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I probably just wait on Cup. Like, hopefully we know by tomorrow. I mean, De'Ami Brown, like, is there like some desperation guy in the waiver wire you can pick up? Like,
well, it's Dynasty, so probably not.
Oh, it's Dynasty. That's true. You don't have some desperation guy on your bench other than De'Ami Brown that plays Sunday night or Monday night? Like, I don't know. Jalen Tolbert? Michael Wilson? I mean, it's Cowboys.
Afraid De'Ami Brown is the desperation guy. But, yeah, let's take a chance there. Okay. Yeah, that's Dynasty for you. That's how it goes. Let's now do Diego again. All right, Diego. Full context of the Higgins for Chase Brown thing. Hampton, Benson, any ideas? Let me see. So that's the squad.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I thought we just agreed Higgins for Chase Brown is fine.
Yeah, no, this comment was a little while ago. It might have been after we already said it, but yeah, I mean, look, your team doesn't have any like big holes. If this helps you, I think it's fine. You can do this. Okay, Mary Jo, sit Worthy, London, or Diggs?
Worthy, sit Worthy.
Agree. Here's Leilani, who just got that membership. Thank you. Here's the question. Sit either Tyler Warren, Brock Bowers, Javonte Williams, Kyle Monangai.
I think I'm just going to sit Brock Bowers here. Sit Brock Bowers.
We definitely don't want to sit Javonte. We got him, it's pretty much a must start. Tyler Warren is a must start. Definitely going him over Bowers. So it's Bowers or Monangai. Yeah. I agree. I would do that. RCS wants to know Monangai over Monty.
Yep.
And then just fantasy. Is Jacoby Brissett a start now if you have CJ Stroud?
I might just start him over Stroud. Like, what's the upside with Stroud? I mean, it's certainly risky because Kyler's lurking this week, but it's Dallas. Might just take a chance on Brissett.
That's the thing, is it's the worst pass defense out there. And then Stroud gets the best pass defense, or one of the best. I mean, Houston's defense is probably the best pass defense. Denver's next. So, yeah. All right. Legend, currently second in the 14-team IDP league. First place is After My Pits. Always after me, Lucky Pits. I'm against him next week and no backup in a tough matchup. Would you consider trading with him?
I mean, if it helps my team, I'll always do it. Like, you're in second place. If you lose to the first place team next week, guess what? Your season is not over. All that matters is that you beat the first place team when you play them in the playoffs. So if you can trade Pitts and it helps, like if I trade Pitts and it helps my team, I don't care if it's a first place team. And first of all, how do you, man, I can't even believe you even know you're playing. Like, I don't even know who I'm playing this week. You guys know who you're playing
in week 14.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody's in 30 leagues like us.
True. That is
Robert.
True.
So
that is true. But if it helps my team, I'm doing it. I don't even care.
Well, yeah, but also say it's not like, I'm considering trade. They really want, like Justin Jefferson. Would you consider? Okay,
Well, I mean, look, I said if it helps my team.
But it's still a big difference too. It's like it's Kyle Pitts. That's not going to be like, I would have won in week 14 if Kyle Pitts didn't go crazy and smash.
That's true.
I'm not worried about that. All right. Now, just a random kid is asking a question. Currently 5-3. My team is Herbo, Vidal, Achane, CD, JSN, Rice, Hunter, Henry. And on the bench, we got T-Mac, Walker, Ertz, Johnston, Hunt, Rico. Any advice to improve this team?
I mean, just get a different tight end. Like, what you got? I mean, I guess you could use a better RB2, of course, with Vidal, but I mean, you got CD, JSN, and Rice. Like, jeez. I mean, you got Rico, you got Hunt, you got Ertz at tight end. I don't know. I think you're fine. This team is fine, and especially if T-Mac does start getting it going, man. You got Herb at QB. Yeah. I'd be feeling really good if I had this team.
Yeah. I mean, look, your RB depth isn't, spectacular, but come on. It's pretty good. Rico should be startable. I'm okay just trading Walker just to get something better for him. You can always try, and this goes to everybody, right? You can always try like a 2-for-1, get some quality over quantity, but I don't know who's desperate for Walker anyways right now. I think you're good. This, by the way, remember Xavier's the A Smith? It was Devonta Smith. You're right. So
yeah, I was gonna say.
I
think it's. Who did you say it was?
There is an A Smith. I can't remember his name. Is it Aeneas or something Smith with a jet?
Yeah.
What is this?
That would have been crazy.
Like, why does anybody? Arian Smith. It's not Arian Smith. Courtney Schultz. How are you doing, Courtney? All right. Currently starting JT Odunze Warren, needs a QB, an RB, a wide receiver, and a flex. Okay, so Jones or Darnold?
Jones.
Yeah. BTJ down to Golden, DK. We need a wide receiver 2 and a flex, and then a running back.
Well, BTJ is going to be your wide receiver 2 for sure with Hunter out. Daddle's going to be RB2, and I'm going to flex Ted.
Yeah, BTJ for sure. And then Dion, no bother. He missed his answer from before. So you got BTJ off waivers. Hate to see it. It is non-PPR, though. Starting him in London over Sutton and T. Higgins.
Ooh. In non-PPR, give me T. Higgins.
Yeah. That's what we talked about earlier. BTJ, yes, start and then start Higgins. Now we know Flacco is good to go. That was the big concern. We didn't know about Flacco. All right, and then don't worry about that. Let's do Eli Kibrick in half. Needs 3 receivers: Worthy, Booty, Slayton, QJ Watson.
All right. I'm going to go Watson, Worthy, Booty.
There you go. The bye week special here. I'm hoping.
Yeah, let's hope.
This is also Eli, but this is a different group of receivers, much different group of receivers. Now we have to bench either JSN, London, Odunze, Pittman, DK, or Keenan Allen.
Wow. So you can start all these players. Man, goodness, I've got Drake London the lowest out of this group, to be honest. This is insane.
I know.
And you could start almost all of them. That is insane.
And normally, I think DK would be the lowest, but he's actually in a good spot. We actually like DK Metcalf this week. And London may be concerned. He is in. He's going to play, but maybe he's not 100%. Penix also coming off injuries, so just those little things might push him over the edge. Okay, Maddie, real quick. Would you start Kittle or Tyler Warren this week? It's Warren.
Yeah, Warren.
And then Gregory Goff, Berger, Warren.
Warren.
Yeah. Then Sammy. What should I do with Scary Terry? It has very little depth. Kincaid is available, but if you have Brock Bowers,
you got Brock Bowers. You got to just hold Terry. I mean, if you want to try to trade Terry, you can, but you're selling very low right now. I think we just got, if you have Terry, like I do in a few leagues, I'm sure you do in a few leagues as well, you got to just hold and hope he gets healthy. Look, it wasn't like, at least last game, he was good before he re-injured the quad. So, when he comes back, if he can stay healthy, we got to feel pretty good about him. But, man, you got to just hold, I think, at this point, and hope. Hold and hope.
It's a big if at this point, isn't it? Looking like it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Mumble Dragon. Needs 2 between Pittman, Nico, and Ladd McConkey.
Oh, man, tough to bench any of these guys, but I have Ladd the lowest here. It's not a good matchup for Ladd necessarily. Although I will say they did trade away their slot corner, Roger McCreary, so maybe that helps. But Titans play a ton of zone. Ladd has not been as good against zone as he has been against man. Keenan's the zone beater, which is why we like Keenan so much this week. So I'm going to sit Ladd here.
Yeah, exactly. And the reasons are like, why would you like Keenan, so much? We go over that in the videos if you haven't seen them all. Go back to that one. This gets worse. Eli, he said in his second one, he actually needs to bench 2 of those players.
That makes more sense.
That makes it harder. Got to bench 2 really good receivers.
Well, still London. And then, I mean, Rome's the one I have last on the list. Like, you can't bench JSN. We have Pittman, DK, and Keenan as booms this week.
Yeah.
So we're going to bench London and Odunze.
Pick some of our favorite receivers here. I mean, the bad and good thing is you're going to have to bench some good receivers. Oh, well. Better than the opposite way around. Okay. And before we do the next super chat, I think it's been a while. I've forgotten to do this. Some quick reminders. All right. We still have some questions to do. We're still hanging out here, so don't worry. But quick reminder, like and subscribe. If you haven't done it yet, you've been watching, we definitely appreciate that. Also, remember to try out Underdog if you haven't yet, because this is a great time to do it. Sadly, Boostober is over. But the good news is it almost doesn't matter, because I just saw, like, while we're on here, get the notifications, I just saw there was like a 50% profit boost or something just dropped. Like, they're always doing promos, but here's one that never goes away. If you sign up for the first time on Underdog as a new customer, and use code Endgame, you get a gimme pick, and that right now is Josh Allen just getting a yard. You get this free pick, plus you get up to $1,000 worth of bonus cash, depending on how much you deposit for your first deposit if you use code Endgame. So sign up now on Underdog, use code Endgame, get all of that. Plus, as soon as you play $5 towards your picks, you're going to get another $100 in bonus funds. So try it now. It's still a great time to sign up for Underdog. Just make sure you use code Endgame when you do that. And I also want to remind you about DraftLane. This is our app. It's what we use to answer your questions. You still got questions after we're done here or at any time. Doesn't have to be even the weekend. Any time of the day, 24/7, you can use the DraftLane app. So let me just pull it up real quick. Sorry, I had something else open. We're going to answer one of these questions real quick on here just because I want everyone to see how this works. And people have been using the promo code, Chris, I can tell, because we got a lot more questions than we did at the start. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you. These users, they've done it. They got their points, asking their questions for free. So again, use right here in the settings wheel, use code Endgame and apply. You get 10 free points. You can ask your first couple of questions using the points. Now, if you are now a sleeper, as I showed you at the beginning, you can do a start sit question. Let's do Dodgers fan here. In honor of Game 7 tonight.
Yep. You're going to be stressed out tonight. Although you guys just won the World Series last year, and you'll probably be back next year, so you can relax.
Yeah, Dodgers fans can't complain. No complaining. Got Bo Nix. I do not like Bo Nix this week. I don't know if there's a better option on the bench. Got Higgins, Allen. We do like CMC, Walker, Kittle, Odunze. Now let's look at the bench.
I would put Dowdle over Walker, and I would put Caleb over Nix. Yeah.
Yeah, I do not like Nix. Okay, so we'll just do this. Anything else? Bill, Chuba?
Nah.
Nope. That's it. All right. Love it when it's nice and easy. All right. Hate Knicks this week due to matchup. And Rico, tough spot too, but still has upside. And actually doesn't get pulled at the goal line every time. Unlike some running backs. Okay. We'll get to the rest of those after we're done here. We still have some super chats to catch up to. We'll hang out for a little bit longer here, but keep in mind before that happens, before we get out, if you guarantee you want your question answered, you can use a super chat or you can use DraftLane. KCM, another very, very good boy right there. Should I trade JCM for Travion Henderson?
Yeah, why not? I mean, JCM, not really trending in the right direction. Maybe Ramondre's injury is long-term. Maybe Travion Henderson looks awesome and they start giving him more touches. Let's just take a gamble on Travion.
Why not? At least the opportunity looks like it's there for now. Ted Wilder. I got a tough decision. Pittman or Vidal?
That is a tough decision. I think if it's PPR, I'll go Pittman. If it's non-PPR, I'll go Vidal.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It does matter for a question like this. So, guys, let us know if it's PPR or not. For flex decision, it matters. All right, and then let's get to that's Nick. Receiver in a flex. BTJ, Chase Brown, Diggs, Gadsden, or Bowers?
Oh, man. All right, you got to go BTJ at wide receiver. And I think you got to – I'm going to flex Chase Brown here. Some good choices, though.
Yep. Also, Nick made a very good choice. He said years ago, he'd been sub for years. Awesome. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. And then just been the YouTube member for a few minutes, but Leilani is back. Thank you, Leilani. Sit one of these. Is this the same one we did? I feel like we did this already.
Yeah, Sitting Bowers.
Yeah. All right, and Trelvis is back. All right, so here's the full squad. Got Dak, Bijan, Javante, Harrison, Pickens, Gadsden, Flex, and Genty, and a kicker and a defense. And then here's the bench. Any changes besides the ones we already talked about?
In full PPR, I'm actually going to flex Nico over Genty, but I get it if you want to roll with Genty. Genty certainly gives you a better floor, I think.
Yeah, that one's tough.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic about Genty. I mean, it's not a bad matchup for him, really. You know, it's not like a smash spot. It's decent. I feel like, again, it's like this is after the bye. You know, people talk, oh, the post bye bump for rookies. Okay, like sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Doesn't mean the first week right after they were off, all of a sudden they go crazy. You know, it's possible, but I do think that they're going to have to, if they want to be smart, figure out that this offense should run mainly through him and run the ball more and less through Geno. Having Bowers back will help. So I might go Genty over Nico, but other than that, I wouldn't change anything else. All right, Arthur. Only surviving bench option is Coker. Would you start him over Mooney?
I mean, Coker actually, I mean, he didn't have a nice game, of course, but he actually kind of got some decent usage last week. I might just take a chance on Coker. Can you really start Mooney after last week? I mean, I know it's not Cousins, but still.
Yeah, I'm okay not starting Mooney. Just don't need to do it. And then we got Miguel Merks. Needs 2 running backs, K9, Kamara, Hendo, Monangai.
Well, Monangai's got to be number 1. I think Hendo's got to be number 2. Let's just go with the 2 rookies you just picked up this week. Oh, yeah, no, you might have had Hendo all year.
All right, and let's Okay, next is Sammy. Brissett or Darnold?
Darnold. I feel good enough about Darnold. It's not a terrible matchup. He's been mostly good. I'm going to go Darnold.
Yeah, going Darnold. I think he's a totally solid option here. No worries. Molly, can't believe, or it says became a member. Thought you already were. Molly Wop had Purdy. Don't have Purdy. On the wire is Penix, Geno, Young, Ward, McCarthy, and Shuck. Which trash can has the best wheels?
I don't know. Probably Penix, right?
Probably. I don't want to chance it with McCarthy. I don't want to play Geno. It's like maybe Bryce Young because they have to throw like maybe like garbage time, right? That's where he excels. That's a tough matchup. But like Penix feels like the safest. Bryce Young, again, just if in case they have to throw it a ton. Like maybe. Okay. Next is Oscar Solis. Etienne or Bam?
I still have Etienne above Bam. Etienne.
And then pick 2, Watson, Diggs, Booty, Worthy, BTJ.
Diggs and BTJ.
And then tight end Ingram or Theo Johnson?
I'll go Ingram here. He's at least solid. It's not a bad spot either. He's very good against zone. Texans do kind of funnel everything because they're so good against wide receivers.
Right. Well, that's true. And then defense, Pats or Packers.
Don't the Packers have like a smash? Who do the Packers play?
Panthers.
Oh, yeah. Give me the Packers.
I think it is the Packers. Yeah. Better actual defense, too. Ethan Struby. Got 2 teams here. What? 4-4 and 3-5. Team 1. We need, I think, a wide receiver 2, an RB2, and a flex. Dobbins, Tracy, Monangai, Dobbs, DK, and Henderson.
All right, we need a wide receiver 2 is going to be, I'm just going to go with Dobbs. Running back 2 is going to be Monangai. I've got Tracy ahead of Dobbins. Oh, wait, but I have Travion ahead of Tracy, so I'm going to actually go Travion at the flex. So I'm going to go Dobbs, Monangai, Travion, and then team 2, Caleb or Sam. Probably just go with Darnold here again. Should be safe. Henderson or Dobbins? I just said Henderson. Wandale or Shamir? DK, Wandale.
Sounds good. All right, let's see. We're almost caught up to the super chat at least. We'll do some other regular chats as well, but we got to make sure we don't keep people waiting too long. Walter White, this is a good question. Which Bear do you prefer against the Bengals, Monangai or Rome?
I still, assuming it's PPR, I still got to prefer Rome.
Arthur Swanson. No Devonta Smith, no Garrett Wilson, Swift, Benson, and Bird, and Kyler and Chig. So it looks like we're venting here.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was brutal. That was brutal.
I will say this. I mean, you already probably know, Arthur. Hold on to Garrett Wilson. He probably will come back next week. I can't say for sure, but I would think so. Swift, do you feel like he should come back next week? And Benson might. Kyler and Chig, yeah, you could drop Chig. You definitely drop Chig. All right, let's go to Dan Palladina. You guys like Nico or Monangai better in half this week?
Here we are, but I think you got to go Monangai, especially in half PPR. I think you got to go Monangai.
Yeah, I think so. And look, Nico, not giving up on him. He's going to play. Like, there's not like a lingering injury concern, right? Because it was a concussion protocol. He's clear, he's good. But there's a lingering concern of the Texans offense. Like, I don't care how good they look last week. It doesn't mean that they'll look good this week against the Broncos. So let's take the smash spot. Robert Mitchell is back. What's up, Robert? Stick with Darnold or drop him for Flacco?
I don't know. Darnold's been fine this year. Like, Darnold's been good. Darnold's been solid. There's no risk really with Darnold, I feel like. And it's the Commanders. Not scared. I'm going to stick with Darnold.
Well, look, Darnold is totally solid, right? He's your safe pick. I think Flacco does give you more upside, especially now we know he's good to go. Gets that Bears defense. I probably would just pick up Flacco and, hope for a bigger game here. But again, it's probably not going to be a big difference here. So Darnold is fine. If you want to play it safer, you can go Darnold. Yes, thank you, Blue. I did see. I've been keeping an eye on the game. Miami Hurricanes are apparently not going to the playoffs this year. Well,
what happened? Weren't they thought they were the best team in college?
Yeah, that lasted a few weeks. They just lost on the road to SMU. So there you go. Carson Beck is probably not going to be a first-round pick. Let's just put it that way. Jenga has BTJ at the flex, but I have Henderson and Monangai available. No, not over BTJ.
Not over BTJ. No.
Okay, so who's better long-term, Henderson and Monangai?
Well, that's going to come down to how injured are these starting running backs. But again, I feel like because Swift, it's weird because Swift played through this injury like the last 2 weeks. So it does feel like it's maybe a little precautionary here. Like they just don't want it to get worse. Ramondre a toe. That's not good for a running back. I might say Henderson here.
Not because where they were drafted or whatever, but Henderson's probably the better player and the better back, and I just think I got to go Henderson for upside long term still. What about Russell Pace asking about Monangai over Hunt or over McConkey?
Yeah, I sadly have him over both.
I think he's asking, would you start Monangai and Hunt both and sit Lad?
No, I would start Manungai over Lad, but not Hunt.
Okay. Yeah, I had Hunt. Yeah, I mean, look, solid. I think, yes, you got to find out about Manungai, but you don't need to sit Lad. Okay, we're caught up. That's it. And we're at the 3 hour mark anyway. So let's get out of here for now. Thank you, everyone who's been watching. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And we'll see you tomorrow, 3 hours before kickoff. And don't forget to watch all the videos. Thanks.